Hello, everyone. Thank you for your patience. I know it took me 1 million years to get here, but here I am, finally, here, ready to discuss comics with you for a bit. And if we reach our goal, then maybe we'll play some Marvel Rivals or some Midnight Suns, if that is a thing people are interested in. If we reach a goal, I don't know if we should do a poll first. Should we do a poll or should we aim to reach the goal? Maybe we'll reach the goal and then we'll decide when people are in chat what they want to see. But I might play a game at the end because it is Marvel Mer Day. But we're also talking comics today. I will be joined by my lovely guest, UptownDuck, who is not here yet, but can be summoned at any time. Cherry, hello. Joker, hello. I saw Duncan Mallory in the chat earlier too. So Duncan Mallory, if you're still here, hello. Hello to AJ. Hello to Josh. Hello to Stahl. Welcome on in. Hi, Ricardo. How's it going? Absolute Green Lantern, more like Absolute Cinema. Absolute Green Lantern was so good. Yo. My girl Jo, finally, I'm getting the comic that I thought I was going to get. So I'm pretty happy about that. Even though I know the Hal Jordan fans are probably like crying somewhere or something, but oh well. Sucks to be them, I guess. I'm more of a Malene fan myself, as you guys know. Joe's my favorite Lantern of the Green Lanterns. So, yeah, issue 6, pretty cool stuff. I just read that one. I also read Batman. That's the main things that I was focused on for this week. On top of watching Peacemaker last night, which we can also talk about. I need to catch up. I need to watch part 2 of Wednesday. I still need to get to that. But yeah, I still need to watch Alien Earth. I heard episode 5 was insane and really, really good. So a lot of stuff happening right now. Also, Marvel Tokon, the beta starts tonight, and I have good news. I do not have a PSN account, but Duck has a PSN account, and he got in, so we are going to, I think, stream some of that tonight here on the channel. I think we can do that. I think it's allowed. So, yeah, we might do some Marvel Tokon tonight. I think the beta starts at 9. I have something, I'm filming some more X-Men the Animated Series reactions, and maybe some amazing Spider-Man reactions, the 90 series, with my friend Erica as well this evening. So I think I'll do that, and then I'll jump back on. And then I got some other videos that I need to film and some things I need to set live. So it's a busy day. It's a busy day, and you know what? I'm not going to lie. I slept in today. I have no regrets about it in terms of the sleep was peak, but I do have some regrets in terms of me getting to make more content because there's only so many hours in a day. But anyways, that's how I am. How are you? Welcome in, everyone. We don't have the wheel today, but we do have, if we make sub goal, we will play a Marvel game, either Midnight Suns or Rivals. I'm currently re-downloading Rivals right now, and we're sitting at 60%. So it's coming. It's coming along, you know? Whoa, thank you so much for the sub with Prime. Happy 14 months to you, Duncan Mallory. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. You could use it anywhere on Twitch, and you decided to use it here on my little channel. So that means a lot to me. So thank you so much. Amazing streamer and community. Love you all. Much love back to you as well, Duncan Mallory. Thank you for our first sub. If we get 9 more, then we'll play some games at the end. If we get 5 members, we'll play some games, so we'll see what happens. I'm also glad that I got Raz. Thank you, Rapala. Yes, it was good. It was good. Also, Rapala, hello. Cherry, hello. I'm good. How are you? Jamie, you were so sleepy yesterday. Fell asleep within 10 minutes after stream. Wow. I feel like lately it's been kind of like cloudy here too. So I have been feeling more sleepy vibes, and I was wondering if it was just me. I've been feeling really sleepy lately. But the fancy sips also get to me, and they make me a bit more lethargic, I think. Or a bit more, I just want to be cozy. I did not get cake yesterday, by the way. I did dream of cake, but we did not have any cake. Instead, we had real food, like real people. It was very exciting. Ricardo said, I've got a love catching the stream at the beginning. Oh, you love catching the stream at the beginning, right? Isn't it fun when you can be here at the start? It is very exciting. I'm glad you were able to be here at the start, Ricardo. Hi, Valentino. You got the DC Girls Unite comic books? Oh, nice. I don't think I've read DC Girls Unite. How is it? Andrew, welcome in. Happy Friday to the most beautiful Amanda. Oh, thank you, Andrew. How are you? Posted a video out on Walk the Line. Oh, nice. Did you just watch Walk the Line for the first time, Andrew? Or were you revisiting it? Walk the Line is a great movie. Hello as well, Joker. I think I already said hi to you. Just catching up with the chat here. In this world, sleep and time are the most valued currency. So true, Jamie. So true. Yeah, the fancy sips, they do be getting me. I don't have any fancy sips today, but we'll see. Maybe later. Maybe later we'll take some fancy sips. I don't know. I have one fancy sips left in my fridge right now. And then I got some fancy bites, and that's about it for me. Saw it for the first time, and you liked it. That's great. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Andrew. I wasn't going to read a Batgirl comic first. You weren't going to read a Batgirl comic at first, but then DC Girls Unite changed your mind? Yeah, I feel like Batgirl is actually really good. There's some really good Batgirl comics out there, personally, I would say. But I'm a big Batgirl fan, so probably depends on, you know, how much you like Batgirl and which Batgirl as well, because there's a few. Have I seen the new Marvel Rivals characters? The new Marvel Rivals characters. Which ones? Angela and Daredevil? Like for season 4? Or is there something else that you're referring to, Joker? I saw the new trailer, but I haven't watched the dev update, which we could do as well during the stream if you guys want to see my thoughts on kind of the dev vlog or whatever they have. They have like a little breakdown where they go more into like season 4. I'd be curious to see more about it. I did post my reaction to the Marvel Rivals season 4 official trailer, and I knew it was going to be controversial. And it was, I think, my reaction a little bit. Because I just feel like there's so many stories in the comics that I'm really excited to explore, and this isn't particularly one that I'm super excited about, even though I do think it kind of ties back to the comics based on when I kind of went through and really like looked at the trailer. I was like, okay, I'm starting to see like little things, which is cool. But I'm not a big Iron Fist person, so I mean, you know, but maybe this is something that'll get me into Iron Fist. So I wasn't as hype, and I feel like some people were very concerned, I guess, that I wasn't as hype. And I was like, look, I'm allowed to not be hype for everything. It's okay to be varied. But that's where I was at with it. So, but we'll see. You know, season 3 has been really good. I think season 3 has been my favorite season so far. So I'm hoping season 4 will also be great. Aw, Duncan Mallory, thank you so much for the 160 stream streak. Oh my goodness. Still amazing streamer and community. Well, thank you so much, Duncan Mallory. I appreciate that. You had a dream about being stuck in a factory with a room trying to get past a scary clown. Whoa. How were the puzzles? Were they good in your dream, or were they just like frustrating? The stream will be so packed. I'm glad I accidentally took a longer nap earlier. Yeah, we're going to talk comics. We can talk Peacemaker. We can talk Rivals. There's a lot happening right now, honestly. It's like, I feel like I'm drowning in content in a great way, though. I mean, the comics right now, DC is on fire. Can I just say? Can we just acknowledge DC Comics is on fire right now? And I love Marvel, too. Marvel, still love you. But just everything I'm reading from DC is a slam dunk. Yeah, Tizzy, that makes sense. I feel like booze always has affected my sleep in the past, back when I used to drink, like more, like when I actually used to drink. I definitely feel that. Also, it affected my sleep. I think I slept terribly some nights because of it. Yeah, you saw it for the first time. Nice, Andrew. Yeah, Walk the Line is really, really good. I think I have that movie on DVD somewhere. I wasn't gonna read. Oh wait, I already read that. I'm excited to get the Deadpool versus Batman crossover comic coming out soon. Yes, the amalgam stuff. Or, well, not amalgam, but the crossover stuff that will be coming out. Yeah, I saw an announcement about Man of Tomorrow. So that's going to be the second Superman movie, I think. I did see that, Kevin. I don't know anything beyond the fact that we have a year planned. I'm also like, at this point, with the amount of times we've gotten like advanced schedules and then things have changed, I'm a little like wary anytime someone drops a release schedule now, because I'm like, well, we'll see what happens. Like, probably dependent on things performing well. And I think it's good to have plans, but not make them too firm anyways. So yeah, hopefully that is when we see it, and we see it in 2027, and it's not too long of a wait. Because that would be awesome, honestly. 2 years between Superman movies. And also we're going to have Supergirl, so that would be sick. Chris, thank you so much for the resub. Happy 47 months. Hello, welcome in. How are you? Also, thank you so much for the tarot deck, by the way. I did clip it. I need to go through and edit the clip, but thank you so much for sending me the Agatha All Along tarot deck. I love it. I think that was you anyways, Chris, because I know you said you were sending it. So I'm just assuming, because there was no, like, slip, but I'm assuming this is you. Also, the cards are so nice. Oh my goodness. Have you been looking at yours? Like, the cards in here are quality, man. These are some nice prints. I'm going to be using my deck when we do our tarot stream, which I'll probably be setting up for next week. My camera doesn't want to focus right now. There's too many faces on screen, but the cards are really nice. The stock is nice. I'm a sucker for good stock, you know? Yeah, I love it. It's quality, and I love the case. I love how it has a magnetic strip in the box. It's a very solid tarot deck. Would recommend if anyone's interested in the Agatha All Along tarot deck. They made a great tarot deck. Yeah, I'm glad you love yours too. Well, thank you for sending me one. I really appreciate it. I'll definitely be using it. And if you want a reading specifically, you know, reach out to me on the other place, and I will do one for you. As a thank you for sending the deck. Just a little bonus thank you. Renelle, welcome in. Hello to you. How's it going? Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Nothing to write, but fun to send bits. Well, Gladys will still read it, so you'll still get that.
Nothing to write, but fun to send bits.
Mike is going to probably pick it up because I'm just using my speaker so that I can hear when you guys send stuff, but I'll try to be better at like being ready to mute it if I know something's coming through. But thank you for the 100 biddies. I appreciate it, Renelle. Thank you, thank you. And what was I going to say? We need to create a new goal, by the way, as well, for our next level of members or subs. So if we get to 100 members or 550 subs, something happens. I don't know if you guys want maybe another baking stream, or if we want another like horror movie watch along, or if we want another community game day, or if there's a specific game you'd like me to revisit. There's new Indiana Jones DLC, so we could go back to some indie. There's always, we could always go back to Star Wars. I'm always itching to play more Sabacc. I feel like we should also probably summon Duck in soon. So whenever you feel the mood is right, if you put some ducks or some quacks in chat, Duck may appear. Once Duck is here, then I think I'll set up the camera to go through some of these comics with you guys. But right now, I kind of like that the beginning of the stream is us just chatting about whatever nerdy stuff kind of comes to our mind a little bit before we get heavy into the comics. Baking stream with Mama Vamp, says Duncan Mallory. Baking stream we could do a baking stream. It's going to be a bit cooler now, so it will be possible to bake in my place again, and I won't die of heat exhaustion. On the schedule, it said that your next stream would be Monday. Yeah, I haven't updated the schedule yet, Rob. I just haven't gotten there yet this week. My weeks are always a little bit chaotic, alas. I just do too many things. Baking stream, Rob? All right. Seeing a couple people saying baking stream in chat. You had to press buttons, Sherry? Oh, you were astral projecting as well in your dream? Well, thank you for the highlighted message. And also, that sounds pretty crazy. phobia, fear of the unknown, or indie horror game. We could do some indie horror games. I have quite a few on my computer, and I have quite a few that I have been keeping an eye on, that I have on my wish list even, so I could get something new. I have a lot of horror if we want to play something spooky. You're gonna have to write me up for the non-updated schedule? Oh, dang. I can't take any more write-ups. I've at my max. I could be fired for my self-employed job. But yeah, I will be streaming. I've been keeping it up to date though in chat. So if you're in the chat, Rob, then you always kind of find out what my next streams are. We're gonna be streaming tomorrow and doing some ASMR around 3 p.m. EST. And then Sunday, I'm thinking around 11 a.m. See if I can get here for 11 a.m. We're gonna be doing some co-working. So those are my next 2 streams coming up. And then next Monday, we're going to be playing some more Marvel's Midnight Suns because the poll in Discord, that was the results. So for Marvel Monday, we'll be doing some more Midnight Suns. But, you know, we're going to get a new season of Marvel Rivals next Friday. So I'll probably be returning to Rivals for the new season because, I mean, I got to come back for that. We already completed our pass, though, so we're kind of like, we don't need to Rivals. We could Rivals today. Rivals or Midnight Suns if we get to goal. I might do some of that at the end of stream. Play some Marvel's games. You watched a lot of Markiplier back in the day? Yeah, I love Markiplier. Markiplier vids are always a good time. Renell, you have a long working week. Oh my goodness. 11 a.m. to 9:30 is such a long shift. Like, just because it takes up your entire day. That does sound like a lot. Peacemaker Season 2. Yes, Peacemaker Season 2 has been great. Every episode is better than the last, in my opinion. Baking stream is fun. All right. So it sounds like people want more baking. That's all I've seen in the chat for suggestions so far, other than horror games. Horror games or baking. Those are the 2 main ones that I'm seeing. Maybe I'll do a quick poll and we can decide what we want for the next goal. And I think, I'll put the poll on both sides, even though Twitch unlocked the last one. But what should we do for our next sub goal? Baking or horror game? There we go. I've started a poll over on the YouTube side. New poll. What should we do if we reach our next sub goal? Baking or horror games? Cool. It's a 5-minute poll, so you guys got some time to answer. I can see if my mom is available as well if we do baking. Maybe my mom will come bake with me. You're subbed till February. Oh, yes, you are subbed till February. Oh, did you end up leaving? Wait, is that the job that you're at now, your shitty job, or is that the job you were at before? 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. That's quite a long shift, Renell. That's a big week of work. Amanda, when is Marvel's House of Rising Sun? I don't know. When is Marvel's House of Rising Sun? I don't know about that. Do you mean because... Are you saying because we're talking about Midnight Suns? Sometimes spelt suns with an O as well. But the video game version is spelled S-U-N. But I'm pretty sure in the comics it's also been S-O-N. Ready for the weekend for sure, Chris? Well, we are almost there. We are at the cusp. Weekend is about to take off. Yeah, at least you have your birthday off for now. Are you going to be doing anything big for your birthday? Do you have any other plans for sort of what you're going to be up to? Fair enough, Tizzy. Fair enough. The pay didn't add up. That's not good. I also don't like when people just change your contract on you. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. But I don't know. Sometimes there's some weird rules surrounding that. Hi, Dragon Trainer. Why not do both, baking and horror games? Well, we can, but doing a baking stream requires a totally different setup than horror games. So for me to switch in between those two, it'd probably take like a 40-minute transition period. And I don't know if we do it with my mom, if my mom would want to play horror games. My mom's not a big horror person, so probably not both in one session. But we could do baking for one or horror for one goal, and then for the next goal, we could do the other thing. So that's also an option. And we're definitely going to be playing some horror throughout October. I'm sure I will do a lot of spooky stuff in October. That's usually what we do here. And Cronus is coming out soon, so I'd like to play that. A horror cake? Maybe not if I'm baking with my mom, but if I was baking by myself and if I had skills to decorate like that, then sure. My decoration skills for cakes are pretty low, to be honest with you. I don't really make like figures on cakes or anything. You know who does that? Gracie the cosplay lass. She is literally a like professional baker basically on top of being a cosplayer. She makes some really cool nerd cakes. I think she made like an alien one, and then she also made one for the Hard Eyes movie that looked really cool. Still thinking about what to do on that day? You should just feel it out. Feel out what would be the best thing for you. What do you think on Blade being this reality, Marvel Zombies being Moon Knight? Right, what do I think about Blade being Moon Knight in the Marvel Zombies reality? I think that's pretty cool. I feel like maybe he may have taken over for Mark if Mark is no longer with us in that reality, because when you're Moon Knight, you're basically just an avatar of Khonshu, right? So I'm curious to know more about the story. I think it's really cool. I think Blade as Moon Knight works really well, actually. $40 hours a week. It's like Monday to Friday, 8 hours. And they modified it to 12 hours, 3-day work, 3-day break. Right. So you're saying like they cut your hours. Is that what you're saying? They definitely cut them a little bit, because if it was a 3-day work week, 12 hours, then that would only be 38 hours, but only a couple hours cut, I guess. Still, ideally, you want to probably keep all your hours. And that is a totally different work schedule than what you signed up for. So I can totally understand being like, I don't know if I want to do like 3 12-hour days. Personally, for me, I think that's more the type of vibe I like. I'd like to work like 18-hour days, 3 days a week, and then have the rest of the week off. That would be sick for me, because when I work, I really like to work. But right now, my life is more like 6 days a week, 18 hours, and then 1 day off. And sometimes on that day, I also work a little bit. All right, so our poll has ended. It looks like baking won. So I'm going to make baking our next goal. Cool. And then let's maybe start talking some comics. Still waiting for Duck to arrive. So I think we'll just jump into it, though, because we're at about 23 minutes in. Said hi to everyone. And at any time, you have the power to summon Duck, I believe. What was I editing here? Let me do it over here. Sub goal. Also, do you guys want any music or anything? Oh, I guess I can't really do music because I'd have to have earbuds in. Could have music on the speaker if I turn the speaker off so I don't hear it. I won't be able to hear anything if you guys send TTSs though. So I'll leave that up to you. If you send TTSs, I won't hear them, but we could have music. Or if you don't want music, then I'll be able to hear your TTSs. We did unlock the Assassin's Creed Shadow stream, so that'll be happening as well. Right, so if we get to 550 subs, then we will have our baking stream unlocked. And on the YouTube side, I don't think I can make goals, but if we get to 100 members, then we will have the baking stream unlocked if we get to 100 members. Right now we're sitting at like 72 members over on YouTube. Hello, Peter. Top of the morning. I mean, it's 3:20 here p.m., so it's not necessarily morning, but hello to you. Makeup on this early? I always have makeup on, pretty much. I don't think I've done a lot of streams without makeup. Maybe a couple here and there. But yeah, I usually put it on at the beginning of my day. Not always. Sometimes I put it on right before stream, and then that'll be like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I have comics.
You have comics? Is Duck coming in? Duncan the Duck, we summon you from the cage, said Joker. Well, it worked, Joker. You have summoned Duck. Look in the mirror and say quack 3 times. Duncan Mallory, thank you for the ducks. You do an exercise stream, you could go over your workout. I can't really because I use weights. And I have to, the weights are at the gym. I don't have weights here. And I don't really have a great, I do yoga sometimes. We've done that on stream. So I could maybe do yoga on stream, but I don't really have a great setup, unfortunately. I just don't, I would need a different space. I don't have a good space. And I can't stream at the gym because other people's privacy needs to be protected. They didn't sign up for it, you know what I mean? But yeah, workout stream would be cool. Maybe one day when I have a house or something, I can have a room dedicated to some workout equipment, which would be pretty sweet. I'd love that. I'd love if my commute to the gym was like 5 steps. I would work out a lot more often than I do now, where my commute is quite lengthy to any gym that I could go to. Hey, Phil, how's it going? I am enjoying the stream. It's pretty good. We're having a good time so far. How is work for you? There have been streamers that have done it from the gym, right? Those people like to risk getting kicked out of their gym, I think.
I'm here with my son.
I am not allowed to have, I don't know what their policies are in their gym, but you're not allowed to show anyone else in the gym while you are working out. No photos, no videos. It's not allowed in my gym. But a lot of people that are fitness streamers I find on Twitch actually have their own gym setups at home. So like have a garage that they've changed, or are you sleepy?
I have awoken.
You've awoken. It's 3:24 p.m.
Don't judge me.
Okay.
Thank you, Peter. I grew them myself, just like these.
Oh my goodness. The little hairs. Can we get a Funko stream with you showing off your collection? People have asked that before. I might do like a members only. We could do a Funko stream. I'm gonna have some just chatting streams coming up soon. I still want to do my just chatting week. Although I just realized Silksong is on Game Pass and I have Game Pass for a few months right now. So I'm like, should I get Game Pass?
Pet the fat babby.
Fat babby.
Need a full meal. And to put him back to bed.
Yeah, do they copy, like, I'm sure there are some people that are recording other people at the gym, but at my gym, I would probably get banned for life if I did that. Or, I mean, maybe I wouldn't, but I wouldn't feel good about it either way. Because I'd be like, these other people did not consent to be in my video. And I always try to be a bit discreet when I'm filming people. Like, it's one thing if you're in a public place.
Hello, Jamie.
But a gym, you're kind of assumed a certain level of
You should do,
privacy.
you should make another channel just called, hold on, Amanda Gains.
Amanda's Gains.
And then you just film yourself working out in your home.
That would be cool. I would love to do that. I've actually really wanted to do a
Hello,
project
Ricardo.
where I do a, like, superhero transformation, where I kind of try to take, like, a superhero workout routine. Because a lot of the trainers for, like, you know, like people like Scarlett Johansson and stuff, they have books that they write about like their approach to fitness.
Yep.
And so you could do like
Hello,
a routine that's based off of like a superhero from a movie. And I've always wanted to do that and see like just what the progress would be like or what it would be like training like that. However, that would be a big chunk of my day because a lot of those people, not surprisingly, basically work out every single day for like sometimes over an hour to get to that level. So it would be a lot, but I feel like it would just be a really fun project to do. I want to do something like
Put
that.
that on Alan. No wheel spins for today, Renell. Or for this portion of the stream.
Not for this portion of the stream.
Yeah.
Yes, we don't have the wheel set up today.
Hello, Rapala.
But thank you so much for the 100 bits. We do appreciate it.
Yodele he who. I did my best. That's fine.
Duck's Glute should have their own channel. Oh my goodness.
All right.
The Duck Glute channel?
Let's talk some comics.
That'll be Duck's Fitness channel. Amanda's Gains and Duck's Glutes.
Duck's Glutes. That's it.
That's it. Only squats all the time.
All right. New Batman has arrived. I don't know if anyone is aware, but Matt Fraction is writing Batman now.
Should I set up the other camera? Put it here. And we also did get a blind bag, which we will show you the results of. And I did film a short as well of me opening it, if you want to see the drama of my reaction in real time.
Paula says, I'm into fitness, fitting this pizza in my mouth.
I do like a pizza.
It's my favorite kind. Rainy and gloomy. It was rainy and gloomy yesterday until all of a sudden it wasn't.
It's going to be really bright.
My God.
Yeah, sorry, it always turns on.
Apollo? Is that you?
There we go. No, maybe a little bit more this way.
Cherry be lurkin'.
Hey, Cherry, thanks for the lurk.
Lummox be lummoxing.
Yeah, I think it's really windy today, but I don't know if it's like rainy. I don't think it's supposed to be rainy. Someone brought a pizza. Now you're making some buffalo wings. Nice, Ricardo. I don't know if anyone brought a pizza, but I would love if someone brought a pizza.
And Billy, you gotta be a
Love
little more
pizza.
specific. Solaris? Who's Solaris?
Solaris? I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe
I know.
Earl
Wait, never mind.
Roberts.
Sorry, it took me a second there. I know exactly what you mean.
Is Solaris Sentry right
That's from the new Century run. Yes.
now? When did
that-
that happen? Isn't Bob still Sentry right now?
No, they did a 5-issue mini where Bob's powers got put into like a whole bunch of different people.
Okay.
And then one of the sentries realized that if he...
Was this recent?
Yes.
After Sentry died?
Yes, and one of those sentries realized that if
Okay.
he killed the other sentries, the power would be split amongst the other ones.
Right.
So then he
It's
went...
like some Phoenix 5 stuff.
So he
but with
started.
Sentry
So he
power.
started doing
I don't
that,
think that's how Sentry works, but
and
all
then
right. Sure.
the last one standing, she's like, "You can call me Solaris," and she's a lady in a wheelchair who has the powers of the Sentry. And I don't think
okay.
I don't think she's been seen since.
Yeah, I haven't even heard about this 5-issue mini. I didn't even know this happened. They didn't promote this very much. Sentry mini. You need to put in Marvel, because now it's giving you... I don't even know what this is. Some kind of device.
This
Yeah, I don't remember seeing this at all. When did this come out? Last year?
2023.
2023.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't like it.
Sounds kind of goofy. I don't mind the idea of like having a new Sentry, but just the whole way that this happens sounds kind of weird. Also, just let Bob be alive for a bit, man. The guy can't catch a break.
This is the only thing good that came out of it.
This cute Scotty Young
the
cover.
Scotty Young cover.
We can show people this window, by the way, if you ever want to do that.
You had the power.
I do have the power. You could just say to me, Amanda, can you do this? And I'll say yes. Let me just change my layers.
Change it. I dare you. But yeah, anyway, if anyone has read that comic and they have their own thoughts to share as well, excuse me, feel free. Yeah, like I was saying, did not like it. I thought that was probably one of the worst, one of my worst reads of 2023.
This is the cover that Duck was saying is the only good thing to come out of it. Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't have you up here right now.
That's fine.
But I can turn your half of the camera on.
I can be just a voice. So
Just
yeah,
a voice.
this was last year, 2023. Here's
In
the
the void.
main cover, cover A for issue 1, what it looked like.
I mean, to be fair, I'm sure that Bob will be back because I haven't even heard of this happening, which means that it was not probably super memorable for the community and was not well received in general or talked about or just didn't even, no one cared. So probably Bob will be back. So I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Yeah, just
Just trying to do something different.
Trying to do something different, but at the same time, I was like, what? You can switch off now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like you're going to places like you're like, I don't know where I am. And I'm like, let me do that. There we go. I guess I turned this on.
Yeah, I'm covered now. Thanks.
I don't know
Thanks
where
for
I
that.
turned that on. I don't have it on here, so I don't understand. Which internet window is that? This one? Oh.
Oh, thank God. I didn't like being covered. But yeah.
Renell, I haven't been onto the Discord yet today, so no, I have not seen your pictures. I was only on the Discord to see the results of the Midnight Suns, the Marvel poll for Monday. That was the only thing that I checked today on Discord myself. Literally got up, read some comics, came to stream. That's been my morning.
Yeah, that was one of the worst.
And ate food.
Here's the thing. I really liked Billy J over on YouTube. I really liked the King in Black. The setup. I liked Null. I liked everything about it. And then that issue 1 when Sentry got redshirted like immediately, I thought was one of the dumbest things.
Well, I mean, but they did it just to show, it's just power scaling. It's just to show the power of Null.
I get that, but it was also at a point when it's like, we've now established that Sentry and Void have mixed. Everything is good. Donny Cates ignored all of that.
Yeah.
And then his excuse was, oh, I didn't know that happened. I was like, how do you write a series and you don't read about the things that the people that you're inserting into your series?
I wouldn't say that necessarily. I think it's hard for comic book writers to necessarily read everything that has been going on.
That's like if I started my own Iron Man series and then I put Hydra Cap in it. I was like, I didn't know Hydra Cap was finished.
I would say this. This is why we have editorial, is it not?
Yeah.
So I would say my problem is less with Donny Cates being like, well, I wasn't aware that happened. And more like, okay, well, when you submitted this script, right, to editorial, why wouldn't they say to you, well, you know, this has happened. So like the only thing is like, if you want to do something like this, like we need to incorporate that we're acknowledging that. So I would say that's actually editorial dropping the ball, not necessarily a writer dropping the ball. Because you'd think you bring that up to your writer, but if they're not aware of it.
Even if you were bringing up something that's like, who's a strong character that we can kill to show how powerful it is? Well, how about we just kill Thor? He's not doing anything important right now. He might be on the Avengers, and he might be in the Immortal Thor series.
Well, you don't want to kill Thor.
Let's just kill Thor.
Yeah, but comparing Sentry to Thor is kind of different, don't you think? Sentry is like a lesser-known character compared to Thor.
But
that's probably why they use Sentry, because he's super powerful.
I'm just saying in terms of like, not realizing, like, doing anything about it. How about we just have Galactus show up and kill Galactus?
I mean, we did do that.
In King in Black?
Not in King in Black.
That's what I mean. Just
you know what I mean? We have done that before.
Just bring in Galactus. Just have him die. Who cares?
But that's why they did. I'm not justifying. I'm just saying that's why they did it. I understand why they brought Sentry in and killed him. And I thought the stuff that happened after with King in Black, with Sentry going to the underworld with Valkyrie, I thought that was really cool. Thank you for the mod appreciation, Renell. Much love to our mods. Rapala, Duck, Locke. Thank you so much for modding. I appreciate you guys. So yeah, I mean...
Oh, thanks, Peter. We did a really good job on those Fantastic Four.
No more arguing. I'm the best guardian.
Was that?
Was that Rocket?
No, I think that was Bandana Waddle D.
Bandana Waddle D. Thank you, Eric, for the TTS. Eric's like...
Appreciate it.
I mean, I feel like I don't mind that Sentry died there. My thing is that I feel like, you know, we've already done it so many times. However, it is comics, so people will die however many times is deemed necessary by writers. That being said, it's really all how you approach the story and what you bring to it. And I don't mind someone else becoming Sentry. I don't mind that, but it's how you're telling the story and how impactful it is what really matters. And it sounds like that story was not impactful.
Nope.
Just because it's my first time even hearing about it. I might have heard that there was like a search for a new Sentry or something, but I didn't realize it was because like the power of the Sentry like moved to someone else and then it was like split into pieces. Like that's just not how the Sentry power works. Like that doesn't really make any sense.
No.
You know, you could make it make sense, but why?
It also came out around the same time that
unless you're saying something like
Thunderbolts,
really
I think, was originally supposed to come out. So there's that as well.
Oh yeah, of course. So it was just basically there to promo that. It was just there for synergy, weird, blah blah blah. Except not really, because Bob is Sentry in the MCU.
Just Rob highlighted message says, "What if they clone Thor again and then dress him up as Sentry?" I'd be here for that.
I mean, that's fine. That would be fine. I feel like, what if we just have Bob be Sentry, though? I think that's also fine. There's so much we haven't explored with Sentry. He's such an underrated and undervalued character, and I think there's so much you could do with him. And instead, we just kind of banty him around for his powers.
There's actually, that reminds me.
So, I mean, my biggest issue with even what Donny Cates did with him is because everything that he was utilizing him for initially, when he shows up at least. Obviously, like I said, the stuff that happens after I thought was interesting with Valkyrie. But initially when he shows up, he's just there for power scale. And to use a character in that way, it is kind of like, man, like, if you're not going to do something cool, you know,
that's
why
what I
do
mean.
it?
Why?
But then they did do something cool kind of with him after, I'm just saying, in the afterlife and that journey. So that part was interesting. But the actual, like, you know, now he's getting ripped in half was like, oh, okay.
I know.
Just anytime anyone gets ripped in half, honestly, at this point, I'm like, okay.
And yeah, but
A lot of that was happening during Marvel Zombies.
Sentry did destroy Asgard.
Rapala, hello. Thank you for the highlighted message. Yes, 200% fam. Thank you. Renell, thank you so much for the tier 3, 6 months. Whoa,
Hey.
let's go. Thank you so much for the year-long sub. I appreciate you. That will be added to our sub goal. If we get 8 more subs, we will be playing some Marvel games at the end of stream. Either Midnight Suns or Rivals, whatever y'all prefer.
Yeah, talk about Batman. Switch the cam. Baking cam.
Sure, let's switch the cam.
Get that baking cam in here. Time to bake.
All right. Also, I will say, though, I feel like comparing Solaris to Ironheart might not be justified necessarily. I think Ironheart still does things every now and then. So at least there's still some kind of presence there.
The unfortunate thing with all of these legacy characters, though, is that they will always just be seen as legacy characters. No one is.
Because we can never move on.
No one will ever, be like, we're gonna use this person now, and then stick with it. Very rarely does that happen in modern comics, and even most people in modern comics now, like legacy characters who were the takeover, are now get replaced by the OG again. I mean, this isn't a recent example because this happened years ago, pre-New 52.
Yeah, thank you for the tier 3, Renell. I appreciate that.
When they decided to just replace Wally West with Barry Allen again, despite Barry being dead for close to 30 years, and they're like, let's bring back Barry because Barry's cool.
Right.
And then they New 52 happened.
Why this isn't working the way I want it to. So weird. It's not showing me it on the other camera, so I can't see it to adjust it. So I'll just adjust it in real time. Sorry, guys. Normally I can see in advance, but right now I'm like selecting stuff, and it's just not showing it to me in real time.
Just figure it out on your own.
I'm just gonna have to.
You're perfectly fine.
So there is Batman, and there is us.
There is us. I'm just looking up some info on Batman to make sure everything is correct.
So I can put us over here. Oh, I haven't played with this scene in a minute. Can I just zoom in with my table cam?
So, Batman issue 1, written by Matt Fraction, with art by Jorge Jimenez, cover by Jorge Jimenez, and colorist Tomei Mori?
Tomu Mori?
What just happened?
We got a sub from Locke. Happy 30 months, Locke. Wow.
30
Congrats
months,
on the
that's great.
15-month streak. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. That will go towards our sub goal. If we get to our sub goal for the stream, we will be playing a Marvel game at the end of stream, either Midnight Suns or Marvel Rivals. I'll do a poll for that.
And also, I'm pretty sure that this cover is an homage to Spider-Man,
To Spider-Man.
if I remember correctly.
This cover.
Yep.
can maybe take it out a bit.
What are you doing?
Just zooming out a tiny bit.
Okay.
There we go. That's good.
You do you. Perfectionist Amanda has entered the chat.
I just didn't want my hand on the mouse to be in it, but I think it's going to be in it anyways. I can't really
Chat,
edit it
sound
out.
off. Do you care if the hand should be in the screen?
Oh, I don't think anyone else cares, but I care. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm adjusting it. I love when you're like, no one else will care about these things. And I'm like, I don't care. I care about these things. That's why I do things. I don't do things because I'm worried about what other people think. I do things because I'm worried about what I think.
And that is why
Chiefly.
Perfectionist Amanda has entered the chat.
Yes. But that's all right. This looks good. So yeah, we did both read Batman issue 1, didn't we?
Yes.
Also, Hype Train incoming. My goodness. Thank you so much for the incoming Hype Train.
And thank
We've
you
got
so much
25
for all
seconds
of
on
the
that.
support, everyone. You're
We really
all
appreciate it.
fantastic.
If we get another sub, gift, or cheer, I think from someone new, I think we get a train. Choo choo. I just wanted to update my sub goal, but I don't know if that's on this scene. It is. So we are now at 3 subs of 10. And if we either get 7 more subs or if we get 5 more members, then we will play a game at the end of stream. That looks like Black Panther with a cape. I feel like the bat logo makes it look more like Batman to me, but maybe Lummox, maybe a little bit. I mean, I feel like Batman is looking very svelte here.
Sorry, this is
Look at that.
gonna bother
Terrell,
me
thank you so much for the 99
forever until I
cents.
find it.
For the 99 cent
Oh,
super chat.
no, where did you go? Amazing Spider-Man 19.
Garuda, welcome in. Thanks for being a member. Oh yeah, it does kind of have that vibe. Do you want me to show people? Do you want to show people? Do we want to pull it up? Or there's a few different ways we could do it.
I did it.
Did it. Good job.
Yep. That's immediately what I thought of.
More hands. Bring people in from other floors to have hands on cameras. How many hands do we need? I think 2 is sufficient. I just don't like seeing my hand on the mouse. I just don't like the way my hand looks on the mouse.
I'm gonna put my hand here now.
That's fine. You can. Your hand doesn't bother me. Only my hand bothers me. Full agree. It's the eyes and ears. The eyes and ears.
Leave my hand where it is.
Batman does have little bat ears, though.
All right, you want to show people some interiors?
Yeah, let's show people some interiors. All hams on deck. Get all those hams. Every ham must be included.
Curly Insane Guy says, Duck hand solo stream when? Sooner than you may think.
Duck hand solo stream when?
Well, you get just hands.
Just hands.
Hand cam.
This is the hand cam permanently. It's just going to be us playing games, but you won't see us or the game. You're only going to see our hands. That's it.
If I had 2 cameras back when I did stream regularly, I would have had a hand cam just because I play a lot of fighting games, and I'd have like how I'm basically pressing buttons and using my stick.
I love the art in this, by the way. So this is
George Jimenez.
Yeah, George Jimenez.
Coming back for yet another volume of Batman.
Hasn't left really since Tynion, before Tynion?
I think this is at least 3
runs in a row. Yeah. And it's really interesting because I actually feel like Fraction's start here was giving me a little bit of like Tynion vibes, but then I was like, I don't know if that's just because the last time I like regularly read Batman was during Tynion's run, and Jimenez was obviously the artist, but then I was like, Jimenez also hasn't left. And it doesn't necessarily, it does feel different, I think, than
well, you can definitely
where we just were. But there's carryover. We're taking stuff from the previous run.
Oh, for sure.
We're using
I was gonna say there's definitely you can tell with each run just how they get scripts, how they give Jimenez their scripts. Because like these are like this. Look at this. This double page spread looks so good.
Gorgeous.
Just flying over Gotham.
I think the other part that I really liked in this one, I mean, also just like the title page is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But it's... Oh yeah, and then another thing. Should we talk about like what happens in this?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it's been a couple days. So we do have, apparently Vandal Savage was in the last run and was doing stuff, and now he's like...
Kumaktronicus.
There's some things that are happening that I'm like, I don't really know, because I wasn't like keeping up with everything that was happening in the last run. I wasn't reading it regularly. So like Vandal Savage is now like the head of police. Is the head of the GCPD?
He is the commissioner, yes.
He is the commissioner. Meanwhile, Jim is a beat cop.
Yes.
Every time Jim pops up lately in Batman comics, I'm like, what's happening with Jim?
I feel like a lot of people don't know what to do with Jim Gordon. Because okay, here's the thing, real quick.
I don't mind him as a beat cop.
Jim Gordon suffers from the Aunt May syndrome because Jim Gordon has been like too old for this shit 3 weeks from retirement for the last 14 years.
Right.
So at the very least, since New 52. So what are we doing with Jim? Is he 70 years old? Or is he still like...
He's 25.
I'm good to go.
Like, I just love him at the beginning. Like, just look at Jim. Look at him at the beginning. He looks like it's his first day on the job.
And you know what? If that's all Jim needs to be is just the beat cop level, like,
hey, you know what? I feel like he could affect a lot of change, though, actually.
I have no problem with that. That's a good idea. But a lot of the times they're like...
what are we doing with him, really?
Yeah.
I'm curious to see. But, you know, he's in this issue. So I'm sure there's more that Matt Fraction has planned for him. If you're in a first issue, my thing is the first issue is always the time where you're setting up like what is really going on here, you know. And so we also have the Scissors Gang, which I enjoyed, who apparently like to snip women in the park. I'm not sure what's happening, but they all have scissors.
Well, they're called the Batman says the Creeps.
The Creeps, yeah, I would say that's accurate.
Curly, don't go crazy now.
Creeps, and they fight people with scissors.
Imagine having a bunny mech in Batman. That'd be crazy.
A bunny mech would be pretty cool. I mean, Jim has had his super suit.
That was the joke.
Yeah.
Because everyone called it a bunny mech. Because
yeah.
it looked like a bunny.
Yeah. So we could, maybe the bunny suit will return. And then basically what's happening in this issue is we have poor Waylon, who's going through some stuff, really.
Mm-hmm. We actually, in this first issue, got some pretty great...
character development.
Character work.
For him. I think it was this page that I wanted to show. I'm trying to think of which one it was.
What are you trying to go for here?
I was just trying to show off more of the new look for him. But I guess this kind of is the best that we see of it. I thought we had more. I guess this page is pretty good. What I really like about this, though, is it kind of feels like it's picking up from where we were before in terms of talking a little bit about mental health in regards to Batman.
Speed Blaze,
thank you so much for subscribing over on YouTube. And I think that that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to Killer Croc,
here's the thing.
We're dealing with...
I always like to say for Batman villains is any way that we can update Batman villains so that they're not doing the same thing over and over again, I am perfectly fine with that. Yeah. The one thing
Could Jim carry his own in a fight? If he has the right equipment.
And if his hip doesn't give out.
If his hip doesn't give out. Depends on what kind of fight it is.
And it's not too humid.
It's not too humid.
Because then his
knees.
Joints, yeah. The one thing I really don't want, I mean, if you want to go to the last page, the preview page, I don't want another, all of Batman's villains team up to take down Batman event again. Like, I'm so tired of that. It's happened way too much. I didn't mind it in the Tom King run when it was the War of Jokes and Riddles. Yeah. Where they had like the two sides of villains clashing with each other. I thought that was a cool idea. However, I feel like it's happened every single time since then.
These are all the different covers, by the way. You're going to show the end? That's spoilers, but okay.
I was going
to say, that's kind of major. Okay, well, it's too late. We kind of showed it.
Yeah, it's fine. No one really saw what happened. There's Robin. You can see his cape. This page where it says things that are coming. Yes. And I like the look of the suit. I like that it's like it looks kind of low tech.
I will say I do feel like the idea of like Batman versus the like Authority not the authority, but you know what I'm saying, versus like authority versus cops, all that stuff. We've kind of already done that like 1 million times.
We've
but
also
I
done
kind
that
of
a
like
million
how
times.
familiar the run feels already. I kind of like it. Like, I was thinking, is it too familiar? But I think there's enough stuff here that's different.
For me, hand cam, it's 50-50 for me. Where here, Batman, the blue versus the bat. We've done this many times, like you said.
But could be interesting still. Could bring something new.
Yeah, it depends on how it goes. New friends. I always like adding in new
allies.
Just Batman characters.
New foes. I love new foes.
New foes, new friends. Both of these, fine.
And then
explore the cast.
Some old ones too.
Yeah, Batman's great. I'm getting there. Batman's great. We can always talk about Batman, Dick, Tim,
also,
Damian.
Renell, I'll respond to your message in just a second.
All those guys.
I just want to let Duck say what he's saying.
But I don't care about the Joker anymore. Please,
Please.
God. Every Batman story, everyone's like, well, here comes Joker about to kill Gotham again. Like, at this point, I really am on the side of some people where I'm like, why isn't this man dead? He has murdered so many people across, like, the last 5 or 6, like, ever since New 52, at least, let's say, because that's going to be my touchstone for, like, this current universe. The amount of times Joker has just done, like, a citywide murder spree, no one would live in Gotham anymore.
Right.
Like, either because they're all dead, or they would have all moved away, because he keeps coming back. He keeps doing some crazy scheme where he either Jokerizes the entire thing, gasses everyone, and they all die. He went to a church and he just killed a whole bunch of people in a church during Tom King's run. And it's like, why would you ever live here?
Yeah.
They're not no one's doing anything. Like, sure, Batman saves you every once in a while, but the amount of people who've died just because Joker exists is like on a different level. And if they do a small time Joker story, I have no problem with that.
I'm gonna switch back to the other camera because I'm tired of holding the same position for this long. Sorry.
But if they go back to doing, and Joker's back and he's got the biggest plan ever, I don't care.
But so that was Batman issue number 1. And yeah, I agree with you. I feel like I'm kind of over Joker as well. But quite enjoyed it. I think it's pretty promising.
You can talk about that if you want.
I did also do my blind bag opening and I got this foil, which I'll show you guys. Also, Renell, I saw your message. So you said, yes, when I was streaming with Jen, you got a timeout. That was the mod from Jen's chat, so I have no control over that moderation. Mods will do as mods do, and, you know, that is how it is. I think it was because you had maybe said a few times that you were going to go, and then you didn't go, and so they were like, I think maybe this person needs to go to sleep, so we should help them go to sleep. I think that's what the mods were doing, because that's what I saw in the chat after. But like I said, not my mods, so yeah. But I appreciated you gifting the 50 subs, and thank you for being here today. And if there's anything you want to say, please feel free to share it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's because you just said you were going a few times, because they said something like, I feel like you've been saying that a lot, but I don't know exactly what they were referring to, because it's not my mod, so that was not. When we do joint streams, when you do a stream together, the mods from both streams have power over both chats, so it's whatever Jen's mods want to do, and I'm not going to tell anyone how to mod, especially not in someone else's community, as that is not my it's not my say.
Yeah. Also, yeah, Peter, it's just one of those things where
I don't think it was intentionally. I don't think they were trying to like silence you per se. I think they were trying to help you go to sleep because you said it was very late.
Yeah, just so over some of that stuff. That's why I really like the absolute Batman stuff right now. Just the absolute line, just because it's completely different takes and new looks on characters, villains, heroes, mythos. Like, everything feels fresh, which is what I want to read. I don't want to read another, hey, remember this story where we're doing it, but with a little bit of a twist. Like, no, I'm over that.
Also, Peter, you were asking, so the absolute stuff was definitely a thumbs up. I don't know if you're asking this to Duck, because you said I totally get you, Duck.
That's why I was saying absolute Batman.
Yes.
Thumbs up.
That Batman that we were talking about, just to clarify, that was not absolute. That's just mainline Batman. That's DC All-In, Prime Earth Batman, which also seems good. But yeah, absolute Batman has been great. I haven't read any absolute yet that I haven't liked, but I am behind on some things. So we'll see once I catch up if I still feel that way on everything. I just read Absolute Green Lantern today, and that was quite good.
JSD. I've been working like the last couple of days. Haven't had any time to play Expedition 33. So next chance I get, I'll let you know what the update is, but have not been able to play at all lately.
Yeah.
Just been busy with work.
We've just been working pretty much 24/7.
Yeah.
Mod should at least give a warning. Garuda, not my mods, so not my choice. I think that it depends on the mod as to how they like to mod, and there are many different ways that you can mod.
Hello, Marvel Man.
But yes, I agree. I personally, when I'm modding in places, like to let people know what's up. But sometimes, unfortunately, even when you explain things to people, they will say to you that they don't understand what's going on or what's happening. Not saying this in your case, Renell, just saying in general, I've experienced this when I've been modding in my own chats and in other people's chats. There are times when I've communicated to people very clearly what I don't like, and then they do it, and then you know, ban them or time them out or whatever, and then they're like, I don't understand, and I'm like, it was very clearly stated, and then you just did it again.
Harass me later, it's fine.
It depends.
Don't worry.
Depends, I think.
I'll give you a heads up. I won't be playing any later tonight because I'll be in that Marvel Tokon.
Yes, we're gonna be doing
beta.
some Tokon later on stream.
When I do have some time to play PlayStation, it won't be to play Expedition 33. It'll be to play Tokon, so that'll be pretty nice.
But hopefully you'll get back to some Expedition 33
I want to get back
soon.
as soon as possible. I love that game so much. It's
I really want to start
good.
playing myself.
So good.
I just don't know when I'll have time on top of everything else.
Hello, Steven.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Renell, but next time if we are doing a collaborative stream, maybe I could just like ask for feedback. I could also ask Jen for feedback if she could maybe get some feedback from her mod so that I know, because I agree, it's hard when someone times you out and you're like, I don't really know what I did. I didn't see anything that you did that I personally thought was wrong, so I don't know. But, you know, it's not my mods. And it is important to respect the mods, so I don't want to tell anyone how to mod.
Steven, Batman, the animated series, is my favorite TV show based on a comic. That is the answer.
Yeah. On Twitch, there's longer messages that you can send. And on this is true, YouTube has like a very limited character.
Speaking of Batman,
let's talk about this cover, which I'm not going to be able to show you well at all because it's foil, and I don't really have a great lighting setup for foil. But we did get a really nice Jim Lee foil cover. This is Jim Lee and Scott Williams. I don't know if there's a version of it on the inside. No, just the main cover. But it is a foil, that's for sure. I love foil covers. I just wish I had a better lighting setup for them. Maybe if I turn off this light for a second. Still not great. It's just really hard to see. I'll just hold it up, actually. I think holding it up is better, to be honest with you, Duck.
Huh?
I think holding it up in this light is actually better. So, anyways, that's the cover that I got in my blind bag.
That is the Jim Lee.
If we hide our faces, maybe it'll focus on it. And just also might not because it's foil. It's really hard. My camera does not know what to do with foils. It's like, I don't know.
That's funny.
But it is really pretty. Trust me when I say. The lighting is not doing it justice, but it's really, really pretty. And I'm very happy about it.
Curses foiled again, says ChemDog.
Yes, exactly, ChemDog. Hey, Matt, has DC done anything with Deathstroke lately?
The last I remember of Deathstroke was honestly
around.
Dark Crisis.
Yeah,
that's the last.
but it was a while ago.
Yeah.
That was a few years ago now. I haven't seen Deathstroke since then.
It's been a while.
But he's got to be somewhere doing something. Someone just needs to put him in a book.
Yeah, Justice League was good, but Batman I'll always enjoy. Oh, he is in the Titans book, says Steven. Okay, good. I'm not reading the Titans book, so I don't know.
I would just be mindful. I will say this for long messages. This is what I'll say for long messages, in my opinion. Long messages are okay every now and then, but if you're sending like insanely long, I'm not going to read all of it. That's the reality. The longer it is, the harder it is for me to read in the moment. And the more chance that while I'm reading it, someone will put something in chat and it'll be gone. So I may only read like the first few lines of a long message. So that is my only thing with long messages. The more that the chat moves, the harder it is for me to keep up. And now we also have the Pokemon community game in chat.
Yes.
Which makes the chat move a little faster. So,
Everybody be
but you
catching
can,
Pokemon.
yeah. I mean, there's no I don't know. If I said that before, it might have been just because the message was so long and then I couldn't read all of it that I was just like warning you. But I personally don't have any issues with long messages. So if I said that in the past, no, I personally don't have any issues with long messages. Just can be harder for me to read. Which, I mean, you can still send long messages kind of on YouTube, but you got to send them in parts. So I know what you mean right now when you like draft a whole message and you go to send it and it's like, actually, you don't have enough characters. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to copy and paste it. That was always the thing too, like with Twitter when you're sending tweets and then you have to have a thread and then they reduced the character amount. And I was like, oh my God, it's gonna be like 20 like tweets long, this thing I want to say. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Usually, I wouldn't say your messages are too long. Usually, I'd say you're pretty good.
Bacon Cam.
There's some people that like to send longer messages, and it's fine.
So here's
as long as I can read it.
Here's a comic I was really excited to
And
check
I also
out.
know that a lot of you guys are not going to be like, you didn't read my message. Like no one really does that. So as long as no one's like that, then we're really good.
The
Send what you
Mortal
like.
Thor.
The Mortal Thor.
So this is the
new Thor.
This is spinning out of the Immortal Thor,
It's the same people.
which was all about how just mythical.
Have they
and
started putting this back on here again to remind people?
I just noticed that on this
'Cause I
issue.
feel like I haven't seen a reminder. Of
I
like,
have not
bonus
seen that in
digital.
a while, but
But all of the Marvel comics do come with a bonus digital copy, and they do have here under number 1,
Mm-hmm.
bonus digital edition, details inside. I just haven't seen them shouting it out in a while. But maybe they're trying to sell those comics.
yeah. So Mortal Thor.
This Alex Ross cover, fire.
So spoiler: something has happened to Thor, and now we're following this guy
Yeah, classic.
who's just like a blue collar worker.
Alex Ross
boots on the ground,
does it again.
going around doing stuff. And this book surprised me because I thought this was going to be like, this guy is like Donald Blake, where, he taps the stick and then he becomes Thor and stuff like that. Minor spoilers for this issue, because it's issue 1 and obviously things could expand and go on from there. He's just a guy. Like, he's not Thor. He doesn't have any powers. He's legit just the guy you see on the cover with a hammer. That's it. And I think that is so interesting of a thing to explore.
Can I open this?
Yeah.
Is it going to be...
No, you can open it. It's just a guy who starts off as a guy and he finishes the issue as just a guy. It's just how you can affect your community, how the people around you are like the things that make you important, and then you also make them feel special.
Wait a second. Is that Sprite?
No,
No?
that is not Sprite.
Oh.
That is quite possibly Loki.
Oh. That also makes sense.
Just from what I gathered from reading this issue.
Also, Sprite and Loki have similar energies, so that kind of works.
But yeah, this run, if it keeps this pace and it keeps these ideas that they're going on, it's also Thor versus Roxxon once again. That is continuing.
Classic.
But yeah, it's just this guy doing what he can to get around and just be
These colors are fire.
a
Man.
hero
Some
in
pretty
his own
colors
community.
here.
And yeah, when they said the Mortal Thor, like I said, I thought it was going to be like the old school thing. But yeah, no, slow burn comic for sure. It's
Well, it is Ewing.
Yep.
He's a slow burn type, that Ewing.
And in the same way that he took on
Spider-Man
a
Noir
completely
series.
different approach for Immortal Hulk,
Or no, the comics.
while I did enjoy Immortal Thor for what it was, I thought it was a beautiful story, great art, and all the things that they did over there. This is the reinvention of Thor that I was kind of looking for.
Peter David.
And obviously, there's a lot of lightning and electricity things and stuff that they allude to. And it's honestly this this cover for issue 2 that made me even more excited to keep going with this run. It's just a guy holding a hammer with lightning in the back. Also Alex Ross,
Blood
so
on
it
the
makes it great.
hammer.
But yeah.
He hammered somebody.
Yeah. Oh, he hammers a lot of people in this issue. And yeah, it's just a cool concept to tackle.
Mm-hmm.
So very excited to keep going on this. If you want to jump into Thor and you're looking for like, Thor God of Thunder, maybe this isn't the run for you. But if you want a nice
64,000 characters in WhatsApp is the limit? That's
Good
pretty
lord.
long.
If you want a good jumping on point, now is kind of the time for Thor. It is indeed hammer time, Peter. That's next.
Garuda, you're saying the best Deathstroke animated show was Kings and Monsters? I don't really watch a lot of the DC animated stuff, so I'm not familiar. I'll have to check it out at some point. Add it to my list of the many DC animated things I need to watch. It's a long list.
What's going on with Venom, though, says Peter. So...
With Venom?
Mary Jane is currently Venom.
I mean, Duck is kind of checked out of Venom.
I do keep up with it on...
Like, just in general.
Just in general.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
like, not...
But you stopped collecting it.
I stopped collecting it. I'm not reading it, like, full-time anymore. But from what I see, they're doing a lot of interesting things. I believe, what's his name? Who's our guy?
Which guy?
Rick Jones, I believe, is the new Toxin.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Jones is Toxin.
Yes.
Huh.
The
symbiote thing gets out of hand, I think, so many times. This is my problem with Venom.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what happened.
But I haven't read it, so maybe I'd like it.
So,
I like Rick Jones.
Anti-Venom, a.k.a. Flash Thompson.
Jamie said that Deathstroke thing they said is an animated movie called Deathstroke Knights and Dragons. Oh, okay. All right, an animated movie. I was actually, I think, I don't know if that's this month or next month, but one of the polls on Patreon is going to be DC animated, all options for movies.
I think that's this month, September.
I think it might be this month, yeah.
All right, so quickly for Venom. Mary Jane is Venom because there's a whole Venom War, Symbiote War thing that happened and everyone got, like, split up and lost their stuff. Symbiotes got all mixed up with people, like Eddie Brock is now Carnage, MJ is Venom, so on and so forth.
Jeff is the only real Venom, says Duncan Mallory.
Toxin and
Jeff's
his
the only Venom I need.
New host, I forgot his name because he was only host for like 5 minutes. He was like a little kid, but they got split up.
Characters is pretty long.
Toxin was sticking onto Flash Thompson for now because he needed a host to survive, but he couldn't stay on him for too long because the anti-venom was slowly killing him.
Right.
And then Sleeper, the symbiote cat, showed up and was basically explaining to Flash and Rick Jones, because Rick Jones is like, I don't like the idea of like being a host to like
it's
a symbiote.
Kind of gross.
And then they literally see like the Toxin symbiote dying, and he's like, what's happening to him? He's like, we're the only species in the world that can die of loneliness.
That's really sad.
Because if we don't have a host that we like connect with and that we're a part of, we don't create those cells on our own, so we just decompose until we turn into goo.
Well, I mean, that's a really sad way of putting it. That's a very good way to emotionally manipulate someone to become a host, is what I would say to Sleeper. But also, really what's happening, is it not, that like the symbiote basically needs chemicals that we produce to survive.
So it's kind of, I know a lot about
it's
that.
feeding off of you, and in some cases, we have seen it be deadly to people in the past. Obviously not so much in modern comics anymore. There aren't a lot of symbiotes that go around, like back when Venom left Eddie and then they couldn't find a proper host, then they were like devouring people's brains.
Which is why Venom,
that doesn't happen anymore.
Which is why Venom ended up with
However,
MJ.
I just love the way that it's worded, but I'm also like, interesting way of putting it, super cute, but also, I love it, but also the history is like, Rick, you should be afraid of symbiotes because they're freaky sometimes.
The other main thing with that whole run is that
cute.
Ewing broke
Die of loneliness.
Yeah, Ewing broke up MJ and Paul.
Yes.
And a lot of people, when they had that whole thing where Rick is like, I don't want to like become a host, and people were like, oh God, are they gonna make Paul Toxin? Is that what's happening? Because Toxin needs a new host. And Paul's not really doing anything.
I think the whole idea was that Sleeper came in to explain to Rick why being a host would not be as gross and would actually be like very kind of him to do.
But that might...
And how it can be a mutual beneficial relationship.
But it might still happen.
It might still happen.
Paul might still become the new Toxin.
Paul still exists, so...
That's what I mean, because he doesn't really have a lot to do in the book now that he's...
Yeah, he's just a guy.
He's just a guy.
Yeah.
So
He was at one time
Oh, and Noel's
MJ's
coming
guy
back.
in the chair.
Noel's coming back for some reason, even though he's
Yeah,
dead.
Noel's coming back. I'm so not here for that.
I haven't read enough details.
Just fought Noel.
He's just died. Like, let him stay
Let
dead.
him stay dead
Can't-
for a bit, please. I
feel-
like Noel.
I feel bad for Uncle Ben. He's just in heaven watching like the revolving door. Like no one gets to hang out with Uncle Ben for long.
He's like, no one's getting married. Nothing's. This is all the same.
I've
BS.
been waiting for May to come up here for 300 years.
Exactly.
I watched universes burn, but May continues.
May continues. May's unstoppable. It's all the wheat cakes, man.
At first,
the immortal May.
At first, I thought she died in Spider-Man 300, but
Oh,
then
yeah.
it turned out it wasn't her. Or
It was
400.
just an actress.
It was an actress
playing her.
not my wife.
Not my wife. She came up and I said, "Wait, who the hell are you?" Oh, not my
Yeah, Peter. Yeah, they're bringing Noel back again. But here's the thing: it's Ewing. I'm gonna let him cook. But it's one of those things that feels like, hey, a lot of people like Noel. Let's bring him back into the comics.
Yeah, for me, I'd like to check this out just because I like Ewing.
Yeah.
And I think Ewing is good. But I think the thing for me with Venom is that, I mean, even what you were explaining to me before when we were just having all of the King in Black stuff with Eddie and everything that happened with that and all the different versions of him and all of that. I was like, that's really interesting, but it's not like a must read for me. It's not like oh, I gotta read that now, because I'm just like, that sounds like
That's why I dropped it.
lot.
It fell to the bottom of my pile every month when I was reading comics. I was like, I just don't.
not as excited to read it.
I don't feel the urge to.
But probably one day I'll read it as a collection. I think it'd be cool. Do you think Paul will stay in the book
The
now?
spider. Oh God! Don't
Yeah,
get me
I think.
close to the
I don't
spider
think Paul's
tokens.
going anywhere from what I've heard from people. I think Paul's still going to be there. I don't think they're going to kill Paul off or
They
anything.
might. Ewing might have that much hate in his soul.
But
he's been hating on Paul since the beginning of
he
that
could
run.
just let Paul go now that he has no ties to anyone. But I'm just saying he's still there.
He's gonna let him. He's gonna let him
He'll
go.
let him go. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
He's gonna give him a direct pass to go visit Uncle Ben. All right. What is this new book that you picked up?
Dang, you have not even gotten close to the spider totem. What about the spider totems, Garuda? I can't talk about the Slade animated movie. It's too good. I don't want to drop spoilers. Yeah, definitely don't drop spoilers. What about the spider totems?
Jack-
That happened a long time ago.
Jack, did you just get in here? We just finished talking about that new Batman issue.
Yeah, we
It
were
was
just
really
talking
good.
about it, but it was really, really good. What was your favorite part, Jack?
People don't like Paul because they feel like he took MJ away from Peter. But now in this new Ewing run, a lot of people are like, wait, is MJ just terrible?
Maybe in the Ewing run she is, but not in actuality. So if Ewing's making her seem terrible, then I really don't want to read it. Why does he hate MJ?
No, just saying that she's making a lot of weird decisions in her life.
Well,
Like I said,
this really doesn't make me want to read Venom.
I'm not reading it, so I don't know.
But maybe at some point I'll check it out. Yeah, people hate Paul because they see him as the one that basically created this rift between MJ and Peter when they were getting closer together again. They were finally like, oh my God, are they gonna maybe get remarried? Maybe the marriage will come back, and then no.
Jack,
I think Paul is just a character that was created to disrupt that because editorial doesn't want the marriage to return for some reason. Because a lot of writers, I feel like, have been building towards that relationship going somewhere.
we literally ended the Spencer run with the idea of them getting back together.
Literally, Spencer, I feel like was trying to undo so many things and potentially create an environment where that could resume.
Nola's just a cash cow now. But also, sorry.
Well, I mean, everything's a cash cow, technically.
Jack, the cutest, one of my favorite things ever is the scene where Croc gives him the toy. I don't want to spoil anything for those who haven't read it yet, but if you know, you know. So good.
Exactly. What Chemdog said. Paul isn't even a character. It's a plot device.
Indeed.
Yes, exactly. And I think really what our real problem should be with Paul is that. Not Paul himself as a character, but more the fact that Paul is just being used in this way. Yes, that's the one you click. It's just being used in this way to
Further the story.
And I mean, not even really further the story, nerf the story, really.
Yeah, he's a nerf stick.
He's just being used to nerf where we were headed and course correct.
Talk about this a little bit, Amanda.
I haven't read issue 1.
But what drew you to this?
A book. What drew me to this was Duck got this book for me. He got me issue 1, and also got me issue 2. And this is the Star Trek Red Shirts by IDW. Their new logo, which some people hate, some people love, ID, and then the bottom part is a W. And I was reading the original Star Trek issues, which I really liked, the Star Trek main series, which has since ended. But now they have a new little series here that's all about the red shirts, which I love the red shirts in Star Trek, and I love that we're playing with the whole idea of, you know, how they're always the ones that unfortunately are disposable. We just throw them at things and they die. So that's what's really attracted me to it. I haven't checked out issue 1, but I will take a little, we can take a little peek inside issue 2 here. See some of the action. It looks like literally we're dealing with exclusively red shirts pretty much in this comic. Kind of great. And, oh my God. And I think probably a lot of horrible things are happening to them. I actually feel like this might be a really good series as well for October.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh. Because I feel like if it's red shirts, you know, based on this cover and based on just the premise of this, it's all probably pretty gruesome things that happen to our poor red shirts. So I kind of like it as like, almost like the idea of a slasher comic. I don't know if that's what it is, but that's kind of what I'm getting.
Our red
From
shirts.
these interiors, just from a little preview.
We might have a revolving cast of red shirts
Yeah,
here.
that's what I was thinking. Like, you get attached to a character, maybe you get a few issues with them, and then they just randomly die. Which I kind of also love that as a team concept for Star Trek. We've never done anything like that before. And it's so different. It's so
Look at this
fun.
cover for issue 3.
Oh my gosh.
We definitely have to keep getting this.
Yeah, this is cool. Whenever one is a red shirt, the drama of who goes out next is a mystery. It's true. When everyone's a red shirt, it's like no one's safe. And I like that. Oh no, Cherry, I'm sorry you have a migraine. Please make sure you're getting some darkroom rest and also some water. Stay hydrated, but not too hydrated. Sometimes I find when I hydrate too much, it can make my migraines worse. You didn't get the blind bag Batman? I did, Prashan.
Speaking of horrific
I did get
covers,
the blind bag Batman. Also, hello, Prashan. How's it going? I'm so sorry I haven't gotten back to you yet. I will get back to you, and we will. September is a...
there's the bag.
There's the bag. September is a slower month for me, so it should be easier for us to coordinate a collab soon, which I would still very much like to do. I hope you are well.
Lord
Did
Mom.
you get a blind bag? And what did you get in your blind bag? I got the Jim Lee and Scott Williams foil cover.
Oh my God, he
Really
got
pretty.
the art germ.
You got the art germ. That's the one that I was hoping I would get. The art germ variant. Sick. Of course, I think we all wanted the 1 in 1,000 because that would be great. Thanks, Peter. I just did my hair before a stream, so.
All right, we got a lot of
She's
comics
been
to go
styled.
through, and
Okay.
I still need to drive many
Many moons.
moons.
Thank you for the on-screen celebration, Lord Monk. I appreciate you. Are either of you going to read Skinbreaker by Robert Kirkman? I don't have any plans to read Skinbreaker myself.
Wait a minute. Let me check that out.
But maybe. I haven't really
I haven't heard of this.
heard of that one. You did not. I think I was about to say you did not type it correctly, but autocorrect
Autocorrect.
got your back.
This is new for me.
Is it actually by Kirkman?
For fans of Invincible, Battle Beast comes your new favorite series. Robert Kirkman and David Finch present a visionary action epic unlike anything you've ever
You could
seen.
show this to people if you want. Tuck doesn't know where to go.
I don't know.
This
I don't
one.
know these things.
And this one. There you go. And here, I think I can put you up here too.
That's fine.
There, now you're up here. too.
Enor has led his tribe for many seasons, but this time as chieftain is coming to an end. But his time as chieftain is coming to an end. He wields the mighty Skinbreaker, but at his age he can barely lift it. Will Enor's reluctant heir, Anok, take over before their world falls to ruin? As a bloody power struggle begins, an even bigger threat lurks as the darkness beyond their village. Skinbreaker tells the story of a people on the verge of collapse and their fight for survival as many threats they face close in for the kill.
Yeah, I don't know if I would necessarily add this to my poll. I just already have a lot of things right now. The art's beautiful, though.
Oh, crazy good.
Yeah. Really stunning. I'm also already reading Battle Beast.
When does this come out?
September 24th.
I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we could check out issue 1 and see if it's something that draws us. I always say, like, getting at least an issue 1 is kind of a good vibe. And knowing Image, they'll probably have issue 1 available on the site too if anyone wants to check it out. Because Image usually posts their issue 1s digitally, so you can just get it and read it for free for a preview to see if it's something you're interested in.
I just hate
also recommend.
how every new comic is $4.99 now. Like, everything's just getting more and more expensive.
Well, that's unfortunately the nature of the entire world right now, I think.
Guys,
we just got a new Pokemon calendar, which I'm going to be doing over on Pokemanda this year.
Also super expensive.
For the holidays, and it was $79 or $74, $75.
For what?
For the calendar.
$79.
For the Advent calendar.
$79
for the Pokemon Advent calendar, which last year was, I think we got it for like $45, $50. So that is just how it is. And I think they maybe added a few things, so it might be better than last year's. But I think just in general, the price of things be going up. Exorbitantly too, though, because that means if it was like 40 or 50 last year, they've almost raised it almost 100%.
Who remembers when
Thank you for the hydrate
comics used to be $2.99?
Cheers.
I remember. It gives me a sword and sandals and space vibe. I'm going to try it out.
Nice, Lumix. Well, feel free to let us know how you are enjoying it when you pick up a copy, and maybe we will check out an issue 1 with you.
10-cent issues, that'd be nice.
I realized something from the 4 years I watch your streams. You never replace your photo on Twitch. I have not. I've had the same photo. I have new headshots that I could swap things out with. I honestly just like haven't even had time to go through all my headshots, which I think I got done last year. So it's almost been a full year and I haven't had time to go through all of them. That's, if you're ever wondering the level of busy I am when, like, if there's something that you're waiting for, that's the level of busy I am. I haven't gone through my headshots, my new headshots that I got from last year. But yeah. Yeah, I've just kept it the same because it's easier. I also always worry about if I change my profile pictures, will people, like, what if people don't realize that it's my profile? Because people get so used to a picture and they identify that with a username.
This is true. This is an issue that has occurred.
I don't know. Like, what do you guys think about that? Do you think, like,
but also,
if you follow someone, do you follow anyone that's, like, an internet personality who changes their picture a lot? And does that just, like, dissuade you from clicking because you think it's someone else? Peter, or do most, because I feel like most people keep their picture for, like, forever.
Peter says, cheers, I'm also having fancy sips.
Oh, nice. I'm not having any fancy sips, but I hope you enjoy yours, Peter. Just having some water and some tea right now. This something new or just a reskin? An issue in is a rule or thumb. An issue in is a rule of thumb. I wouldn't say it's a rule of thumb. I would just say, like, if you see an issue 1 and there's something that intrigues you, reading an issue 1 is a good way to decide if it's something that you actually want to continue with or not. Because issue 1s are always your intro.
Fat Babby.
Oh my goodness. Though technically, because comics are serial, you should be able to start at really any number and jump in and see if it pulls you in as well. But it is easier, I think, at an issue 1. I'll tell you this, when they change it, I definitely notice it. So I say keep yourself recognizable. Yeah. So I mean, like, it doesn't necessarily mean that people wouldn't recognize me either. Like, you guys would probably still recognize my picture. But I mean, that's the nice thing about having the art piece that Jen made for me as my profile picture on YouTube, is that because it's a cartoon, it can always stay the same and it can always still be representative of me. Whereas a picture, I can do a new picture. I have lots of pictures. I just want to make sure I'm still recognizable and that people don't decide I'm not going to click that because I don't know who that person is.
Well, everyone,
I don't recognize that picture.
I have some breaking comic book news to share.
Breaking comic book news. You heard it here first, folks.
Just dropped.
What is it?
Hush Tua
Hush Tua.
Delayed to November.
Oh no, not delayed again.
Hush 2 issue 162, or Batman issue 162, which isn't even the final issue of Hush Tua, is now 4 months late.
Oh my
and will now
gosh.
presumably finish in 2026.
Oh my gosh. I'm not 100% sure, but on YouTube you also never replace. I wouldn't say never replace for now, because I have had my channel since like 2006. So it's been almost 20 years that I've had this channel. I haven't been posting since 2006 regularly or anything like that. But so I have changed the profile picture over there since the account existed, yes. And I have also changed it, I think I may have changed it on Twitch once, before it was the one that it is now. But yeah, I have changed it on YouTube. But I don't change it regularly. I don't think that would be a good advice for my brand, because I want to keep it as easily recognizable as possible. But I have been thinking of updating it and doing a new one, so maybe we'll see.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the pictures that I have that is from one of my headshot shoots from like a few years ago. And then I did get new headshots last year. So I do have new headshots. But then I'm also like, do I even use like acting headshots? Like, it might be better if I do another shoot that's just for my brand. You know?
Maybe you could dress up as a vampire.
Yeah, I was talking to the person that shoots my headshots. Denise Grant is the photographer that I use. And she also does creative shots. So I was like, I could book a shoot with you and we could get some pics for like my brand, so I could do some more fun stuff. Because the only thing with headshots is like, it's really just like you, and you show a range of emotion and a range of character, but it's not necessarily like me and my personality and my brand on display. In fact, people probably don't want necessarily that. There's a little bit of that. I do a little bit of like some nerdy shots. But sometimes I'm auditioning for people that are kind of nerdy. Not usually though, actually. I'm usually auditioning for not that archetype. I'm not usually, what would you say is my typecast if I have one? Usually tough ladies. I audition for some tough ladies.
Tough ladies.
And I don't know what else. I mean, I'm a woman, so a lot of people that are people's wives and girlfriends and things. That's sometimes, and a couple moms I've auditioned for. Couple mothers. So there's the lady stereotypes that you get.
A lady.
A lady, usually attached to a gentleman. I auditioned for a lot of sports fans, oddly enough.
What do you think, quickly, of the new Absolute Catwoman look?
Yeah, we were talking about this last time, I think. I like it. I think it looks cool.
I think it looks dope.
Yeah.
I really like it.
You just looked at it and no one else saw it, though. Do we want to show it to people, or?
Well, someone just asked in the chat what you think of the Absolute Batman 13.
We can show it off. Show it off to people. Yeah, I think we were talking about that last time, and I was saying that I liked it. Although the only thing is that I do feel that it's kind of Black Mask-esque.
I think that's the point. I think she either stole the helmet from one of the, what are they called? The filthy animals, the wild animals.
Right.
Or she's working for
Black Mask.
Black Mask.
Does that make sense with what's happened in Absolute?
This guy says not thick enough. Jesus.
What? Oh my god. What the heck kind of thumb is that? It's gonna be a yikes for me.
Was I calling her Black Cat? I meant Catwoman. I said Black Cat.
Maybe you said Black Cat, but yes, Catwoman is what we mean, and Catwoman is what we are showing off here.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of great pictures, to be honest with you, because they're all on Facebook, so they always say they're high res. You can change that, but it's still going to give us all the Facebook stuff, unfortunately. So it'll claim to be high res and then not be. That one's Facebook.
That's Facebook.
So
That's TikTok. None of those will work.
none of those will work.
Instagram also doesn't work.
No.
Oh, there's
there
the
you go,
one.
Reddit.
There we go. Bleeding Cool with all the different designs.
It's kind of, yeah, I mean, people can kind of see it. People can see all the images in between, especially. But yeah, I like the new look.
Yeah, that's the Blant cover.
I don't really like that cover. I don't like an open suit, actually, with this look. I like it more when it's all the way done
it's
up. I
Dragotta.
think it suits the mask more.
Yeah, anyway.
That's the absolute Catwoman look, and I like it personally. I think it's
Indeed.
different. So you think that it looks similar to Black Mask because Catwoman is in some way
Connected to that.
connected to Black Mask?
I don't think they would have the exact... Dragotta would
switch
do
back
the
here
exact
before we
same mask and
do
just...
that.
Yeah, I don't think Dragotta would do the exact same mask and be like, I know I did it for the entire Black Mask crew, but maybe no one will notice if I also do it for Catwoman.
Oh my goodness. Do you play Street Fighter and do you like the cast for the movie? Steven, I do not play Street Fighter. Doug
I do.
Does play Street Fighter.
The cast for the movie is absolutely batshit insane. I can't believe it is what it is.
Is there a new movie?
Cody Rhodes is going to be Guile.
Yeah. I heard about the new movie.
Roman Reigns is supposed to be Akuma.
Right.
Someone insane is also going to be Zangief. Like, I don't know. It is what it is. Here's the thing.
Sounds like maybe the Street Fighter movie will be similar to the Street Fighter movie that we had
Street Fighter the movie
previously
with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
It'll be kind of
as
chaotic,
Colonel Guile.
potentially.
I hope it is.
It sounds like it will
really
be.
hope.
But I mean, I don't know. Just because people are like, I mean, there are wrestlers that are great actors.
Prashant said, yeah, that movie's gonna be straight to DVD.
I mean, here's the thing though. Wrestlers can be great actors. We've definitely seen it before. I'm sure we'll see it again. However, the fact that it's like
on VHS.
so much, I'm a little like,
Good night,
we'll
Renell.
see. Good night, Renell. Have good sleeps. All right, sounds good, Renell. We might be on later for a 9 p.m. stream. Let's keep going with these comics. Let's show off some things.
Baking can.
We got
I need to
the
go.
Incredible Hulk here.
I need to make a
Which this is a great cover. I really like this cover. Horrifying.
Incredible Hulk, still a great comic. I considered dropping it, but then every time I read it, I'm like, nope, this is staying on my pull.
This is too cool.
It's too good.
The art is so good. I really like it.
I love the art. I love the story.
Peter David. Yeah, this looks great.
But yeah, Batman using his
I wanna
bat ears
read
to
this.
stab.
I'm gonna need
Black
to
Mask.
borrow your copies. And
I
read
have
it.
them all. It's all really good.
Every time I take a look inside, I'm like, ooh, this looks really good. I just love how like body horror focused it is.
Wait, keep it there.
Okay.
Moving on to the next.
Moving on to the next. Let's talk about Absolute Green Lantern. I just read this one, and I will say I freaking loved it. I think
Also
it's so
Ewing.
good. Also Ewing. Finally, things feel like they're starting to kind of come together with this. We're starting to figure out what's going on with this circle. That's all kind of revealed in the issue. We also get to see Joe's ex-wife, which was exciting. And everything kind of comes together in a way that I found was really satisfying. And I also like the concept of the fact that in this universe, it's not like lanterns are necessarily separate. They're all kind of united, but there's different kind of tiers that you can be. I like the way that we go through those tiers and kind of explain like the different levels of kind of power you can have, and how while some people see it as being a hierarchy that goes one way, other people see it as a hierarchy that goes the other way. So this would be like the reverse hierarchy where yellow is at the top and then green is next and then red and then black. But yeah, I think that's the level. But this would be the reverse where some people actually see black as being the top, then red, then green, then yellow. It's just a really cool approach. I like how it's different to what we already have. And I think this is starting to really come together as well in terms of the art and the colors. Here we go. There are the levels for you all.
Also, can I just quickly interject and say...
The layout is really satisfying in this as well.
I don't have much to say about Geiger, real quick, except that Ghost Machine now has coffee,
Oh yeah, Ghost Machina's coffee.
I feel like we need to get this coffee. Anyway, Ghost Machine, Green Lantern.
Green Lantern is really, really good. I would say it's starting to really heat up. So if you know, I've been waiting because you heard it's a bit of a slow burn, starting to pick up now.
Oh yeah.
Starting to get into it.
These 6 issues is probably going to be Volume 1.
Yeah.
Perfect read altogether. Next, we have one of my favorite series currently ongoing.
I don't know what
Speaking
you're
of
talking
Robert
about,
Kirkman.
Peter. Is that a Street Fighter thing? Pietro's? I don't know.
Pietro, as in...
Batista and yeah, Dwayne Johnson and John Cena. We've definitely seen some talented performers.
John
kind
Cena's
of wrestling.
killing it. And
He's killing it in the acting
Peacemaker
world.
right now.
Really, really good. All right, do you have anything that you want to say with Void Rivals?
yeah, everyone, if you love Transformers...
The tribal chief is head and shoulders above all other actors. The tribal chief?
Roman Reigns.
Oh. I don't know, that Fantastic Four guy? Honestly, I haven't watched it. Which Fantastic Four guy? Pedro Pascal? I don't know. I personally think all of that is a bunch of hogwash. People talking about Pedro Pascal, what? Consensually touching people? Yeah, I personally feel like we don't have to worry about people consensually touching
I was going to say...
That's the opposite of harassment.
Yeah, I was going to say, what 2 consenting adults do that neither person has any issue with...
Yeah, I
is-
personally am fine with it.
I'm personally fine with that, yep.
Yeah.
So,
Till I hear some complaints from people, which I've yet to hear.
yeah.
So Void Rivals, still good?
Void Rivals.
Still looking pretty?
Still good. What should we talk about here?
I don't
So I need
know.
to start.
Let's just do some rapid fire.
All
Give
right.
me 3 and I'll rapid fire.
Hold my mic.
Hold your mic. Uh-oh, what's Duck doing? John Cena, local boy does good. Yeah, that's definitely the vibes. Come on, Amanda, one's up. I don't know what that means. One's up? Is that what we do for Roman Reign? Do we have to put our finger up like this? Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know. You guys always come in and you're like, let me tell Amanda, what about all these wrestling things? And I'm like, I only know a little bit. I am very much a wrestling noob. I've only seen a bit of wrestling. I liked it though. I thought it was fun. Thought it was interesting. Oh no, betrayed by Nightbot. I feel like that's one of the things where I should reset Nightbot when it's acting like that. Also, you haven't seen Fantastic Four yet, Peter? I would recommend it. It was really, really good. I thought they did a really good job with Fantastic Four. Completely captured, I think, everything that Fantastic Four embodies for me. You've heard Roman is a really amazing human. I do not know, but that would be great. We can always use more amazing humans on the earth. That is for sure. Do I recommend Black Canary Best of the Best? I haven't read it, Vito, so
Roman Reigns
I can't recommend it.
Roman Reigns has all my respect.
I haven't heard anything about it. Have you heard anything about Black Canary Best of the Best?
Nothing.
Nothing? Radio silence.
I will say Roman Reigns.
I think I did want to check that
managed
out.
to
though.
suplex cancer into remission. So like, good for him, dude.
Good for him. That's the Tom King series. Yeah, I was interested in this. Did it already come out? Oh, it did. It came out late last year.
Rip.
Was this like the fight with Black Canary and Lady Shiva?
Pretty sure that's the one.
Yeah, I haven't read it yet, Vito, but I was interested in it. I remember when they announced it. I haven't heard anything about it.
And you like Tom King.
I do like Tom King. It's coming in trade,
Cancer
hardcover.
is the worst, Corey.
Maybe I'll have to try to check that one out. Let me add it to my long, long reading list.
It's coming in trade. Get the
Coming out in
trade.
trade, yeah.
That is a long reading list.
I know, it's a really long reading list. Oh wait, I think I do usually. But I will say I've been reading Wonder Woman stuff, and I've been loving it. Speaking of Tom King.
That's the one. I had such a irrational fear of flesh-eating disease when I was little. I think I was like 5 years old or 4 or something, and like there was a documentary about it that came on TV.
Yeah.
And it made me think that like anyone could catch it at any time.
Right.
And there's just like nothing you can do about it. And I was like, oh my God.
You were like, I'm so scared.
I was like, one day I'm gonna lose all of my skin. It's gonna be the end.
Thank you, Peter. It didn't take that long. My hair and makeup. My hair takes the longest because I have a lot of hair. But my makeup probably takes me about like 10 or 15 minutes. As long as the eyeliner is behaving, which today, the eyeliner was pretty quick. Pretty much a one and then a little touch up. I always ask Duck if my eyeliner is even.
I am the eyeliner judge.
So we have Imperial War Exiles. Duck, you read this.
I did.
What do you think?
It's a cool setup issue. Is it worth $4.99? I don't know. I don't.
Is
think
anything
it is.
worth $4.99?
Some are.
Some are.
Some comics I would gladly pay $4.99 for, but this one, no. You can probably just get a summary on this one. It's cool to see Lilandra and Xavier teaming up, but other than that, I don't know. I got nothing to say about that.
Sounds like a cool concept.
It's a cool concept,
and it's going to be new Exiles, but different. Yeah. So that's interesting. Sugar Skull Show, welcome in. Thank you so much for the sub. Happy 7 months. Congrats on the three-month streak.
3 month streak.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, thanks, Lumix.
Oh yeah, Duck's hair does look nice. This is true. Lumix is like, let me also throw a compliment to Duck's hair. Also looking great. Absolute Wonder Woman is so dope. Absolute Wonder Woman is great. Regular Wonder Woman is great. I personally think it's just a great time for Wonder Woman in general.
Lord Moss
Other than the game getting canceled, it's been pretty good. So this is Jeff the Land Shark, issue number 3. I haven't read it yet, but I did read issue number 2 and really liked it. And I love that Wolverine is here on the cover. And I love that we're probably going to get like kind of an X-Men Jeff team up. So what is it worth? $3.99? Yes, I'd say yes. I'd say yes. The art alone in Jeff is so good. Oh, yeah. And at the end of the last issue, Jeff crashed into a date night with Gambit and Rogue. It was like, they're like, no one else is here. We finally get to chill and enjoy some time together in the house, which also they seem to be in the house that they're in an Uncanny X-Men, which I appreciate. We're acknowledging the canon of the universe. Always nice. So I'm already super excited for this issue. So I'm going to say probably it's worth $3.99. Definitely for me it was. I'm very excited to read this one.
Here's the thing about the price hikes in comics is there was an issue, I think it was the Return of Wolverine, when he's coming back after being dead for like a year and a half, whatever. And the issue cost, I think, $7.99. It was like really expensive for a one-shot. I remember saying to myself, nope, absolutely not. And that was I remember seeing that thinking, if they try to do this shit again, never again.
Appreciation, Otto. I appreciate it. Please feel free to throw some hearts in chat for our mods.
Peter, you can throw all the hashtag full homo if you want. It doesn't. I don't mind. Live your best life.
We're pro homo here, so any levels that you'd like to be.
Yeah.
It's all good. You can also just throw compliments just to throw them, because a bro can appreciate a bro's look. Just in general.
Absolute Martian Manhunter.
Absolute Martian Manhunter.
One of the best looking comics currently on the market right now.
Oh, I gotta do this.
It
does work.
It works.
Hey, look at that. It works. We love to see that.
Widow's Peak is natty. I got that Vegeta Widow's Peak.
You have a Widow's Peak and I also have a Widow's Peak. We both have Widow's Peaks. I don't know if I can like properly show mine. I need to like really pull my hair back. But do you guys see? I have one too. Mine is like pretty hardcore. If I wanted to gel my hair. We love a Widow's Peak.
Mm-hmm.
Why have a straight hairline when you could have a Widow's Peak?
all the widows in my backyard. I hope I have a widow.
Just seeing Blade and Black Widow, all good.
Hey, no, you
Yeah,
can't
all
apologize.
good, Peter.
Do your thing, man. What are Duck's thoughts on the Marvel Zombies trailer? I think as long as they stick to the absolute ridiculousness that is Marvel Zombies, I think it'll be a fun 4-episode series. And that's all it needs to be. Just needs to be fun, over the top.
Is it only 4 episodes?
Only 4 episodes. It was originally supposed to be a movie, I think, and then because Spider-Man was such a big... This is just what I've heard online. Spider-Man was such a big deal in it, Sony was like, nope, absolutely not. And then they're like, okay, well, it's going to be a show.
It's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a fun ride, and I hope that they just
don't take it seriously.
Let their freak flag fly.
That's all Marvel
but don't
Zombies
do
is.
too much from the comics because it's nasty over there, and there's some things that I think would be better left untouched. I'm going to do a whole video about that, but yeah.
Yeah, no, just
what I don't really want to see.
Keep it ridiculous.
And why, you know,
and don't take it seriously.
Needs to be brutal, though. I think it does need to be brutal.
If I start seeing people start doing videos online of like, this is the dumbest plot hole of all time. Did this person manage to kill this person when they had this? It's like, it doesn't matter. It's Marvel Zombies. Even thing with Marvel What If, when everyone was like, how did Ultron kill Thanos that easily? It's like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, I personally think that is a thing that people get too attached to with, sometimes just with alternate universes in general, but especially with Marvel Zombies, people will be like, but how does this work? And I'm like, it's zombies. Zombies is how it all works. Beyond that, don't ask. It's just zombies.
Yeah, I'm happy that they got Elizabeth Olsen in the booth to growl some more as zombie.
Get her in there. Get her to growl some more.
Get her growling.
They said, you want to come back and growl? And she said, you bet I do.
How good
is
that?
The stock is so good. This is Rocket Fellers. I am so behind. I don't know
Corey.
what's happening.
Sony's weird with certain things.
But
again, take it with a grain of salt. This is just what I read online. I don't have like a full-on source to corroborate it. But
it looks like
online
the dad is in prison somewhere is what it looks like is happening on this cover of the family. What is happening?
How
We're
far
in like
out
a gladiator pit at the beginning?
How far out are you on Rocket Fellers?
I'm a few issues behind.
Okay. What would you say to the people about Rocket Fellers?
I'd say Rocket Fellers is Ghost Machine. And so you should read it because it's Ghost Machine and it's original and it's doing something different. And it's family, and I like family stories.
NTG Nick says, Amanda.
Nick, hello, welcome in.
Oh, I missed your hairline
Peter.
too, Corey.
Where'd it go? Tell it to come back. Get on in here. So we got Magik. Thank you, Susie, for the sub over on YouTube. Magik.
Well, second last issue. Magik is almost done.
Big bummer. Big bummer. I think that we're going to be losing Magik, which has been one of my favorites so far.
From the ashes?
Yeah. Is it worth $3.99? I'd say Magik is worth $3.99. Absolute Wonder Woman. Definitely worth whatever they say to pay. Just shut up and pay for Absolute Wonder Woman. Absolute Wonder Woman has been so good the entire time. No, I'm not up to date right now, but I don't need to be to with confidence tell you that As My Mother Made Me part 4 of 5 is something you need to read and you should go do it. And it's been really good. We got Hayden Sherman back on art in this issue.
That art looks so good.
The layouts. Not even the art, yes. The colors, hell yes. The layouts, super yes.
Show off that cover again.
So, Absolute Wonder Woman.
That's giving me like some old school Mignola vibes.
Read it, collect it, love it.
Frank Miller even. Like
it's been so good.
Good Frank Miller before he stopped caring.
Good Frank Miller before he stopped caring. Yes, it's still been holding up from everything that I've read, and so I'm very excited to catch up. I'm now caught up with Absolute Green Lantern, so now I can go back and catch up with Wonder Woman and Batman and Manhunter. I'm very
that's a
excited.
good
And
question.
Superman and Flash, which I still want to also check out.
Peter says comic books. What else in your guy's life matches that passion?
What else are we as passionate about as we are with comics?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm passionate with a lot of things in
Film
life.
and games.
Film and games.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I would say. I love a good book. I really love a good book.
I love a good book too, but if you were to offer me, I could only have books or movies on a desert island for a year, I'd catch up on so much film.
Would you? I really love books.
I love books too, but I already know it's like I would just sit and watch so much and just analyze and like, oh God, I love all that stuff.
I love film. I love TV. I think I like TV a little bit more than film if I had to pick between the two, just because I think TV, you just have so much more time to really like sink into stuff more. But yeah, what else am I as passionate about? I love chocolate a lot. I'm very passionate about my love of chocolate.
You do love chocolate. Valentino says that he got Transformers comics.
Hey,
What'd you think? I hope you
nice.
loved it.
Which Transformers comics did you get? Games? Yeah, definitely games. Definitely board games are a pretty big passion of mine. I'm like such a, and sometimes when a game is really good, like Duck has been there when I've been describing like how good a game is, and I'll be like talking about the components, and I'm literally like drooling talking about game components. I'll be like, this die is so like well made.
You're like, it's a 6-sided die,
You're
but
like,
there's a
"Oh,
hidden
this is such
7th
a-
edge. I was
These
like,
are some sexy coins in this game. Like I really love good game components. I really love good game mechanics. When things work really well together, I'm like, oh, that's so cool how that does that. But that's also universal. It's not just tabletop games. It's not just board games. It translates as well to video games. So I'm pretty passionate about all games, really.
yeah, Peter went to school for film. Like, film has been a huge part of like my entire life. I love all aspects of it. I think it's great.
So we also have Absolute Superman, which I am super not up to date on, to be honest with you
You're
guys.
missing out.
But I'm excited to get up to date on it
Really
because I've been
good.
hearing really good things about it.
We finally get Brainiac.
Here's Brainiac, and man, is he looking zany. Whoa, whoa, what is happening?
You're missing
This
out on
is
who that
very
is.
creepy. Can I show this?
Yeah.
This is very, I like love all of this art. Look at this. This part here where he's got his face
Yeah,
all close
Valentino.
to...
That happens all the way. You know, it's real sad. But
Ugh.
it's there for a reason.
Yes, yeah, that is, this is some very adult Transformers as well. A very adult approach. And finally,
Yeah,
chocolate. Yeah, I love chocolate.
Otto, I think he just doesn't care anymore, personally. He's not as passionate as he once was, which is unfortunate.
Peak Wonder Woman is a good time, Jamie. I agree. Billy and Tommy series leading up to Wanda Rebirth, right alongside Vision Quest, and into a family reunion. Is that happening, Locke? Because I know that we're getting
Hello, Time Lord guy.
the mini. Duck just being real. That's true. Duck is always pretty real. He's a pretty real dude. Well, what else could make Frank's art so shitty these days? Either he doesn't care or he's burnt. Yeah. Frank's art is something.
Well, seeing as how
I want to collect all of it.
he hasn't released a new comic on Frank Miller Presents in a very long time, I feel like there's something going on, and he's still doing regular covers for Marvel. So
Yeah, he's still doing regular covers.
hello, Darth Nick.
I don't know how many covers he does, like, in general, though.
Enough. I see them all the time now. Ever since that horrible, shitty Wolverine cover.
Now they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Check out the board game Stone Age. I have played it before, actually, Lumix. Stone Age is good. I like Stone Age, but it's
Hello
not my
there.
favorite game.
Linterna? Yeah.
But I have played it years ago now. Yeah, I can remember the box. Let me bring it up so I can
Let me
just...
get it.
Yeah, you're going to have to put board game, because otherwise they're going to be like, yeah. I was going to say, is it... No, just go to the BGG. Yeah, click the BGG link, though. So I want to see if it's who I thought. Oh, no, I thought it was Uwe. But
Look at these dice.
I'm thinking of A different one that's Ue. But I have played Stone Age as well.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, there's that guy. They can't see any of this, but I can set it up so they can.
This needs to be my profile picture now.
What are you doing over here?
There. Man in chair.
Man in chair. Nope. Nope. No. Wrong. Nope. You need to go to scenes. And you need to go to fighting games. There you go.
There we go.
Now people can see the glory
that's going to be my YouTube profile pic from now on.
Yes. But yes, Stone Age, I have played it, but it was many years ago now. Haven't played it in a while.
Right, I'm going to leave my mic on, but I'm going to get my shoes on.
Okay, Duck is like, we're done the comics, I'm leaving. We're not even actually done the comics yet, but...
Excuse me?
Because I still have one more in my hand.
I know, but I need to drive somewhere and then drive all the way back here.
Yeah. He needs to drive. He's a driving man. This is Ultimate X-Men. I'm so behind on Ultimate X-Men, guys. It's my shame. But I'm still collecting it because I love it. And I also don't know what's going to happen after the shakeup. Will we still have Momoko? Will there be someone new on Ultimate X-Men? Like, what's going to be going on? Man, this is like, these characters have been through it. I am like, wow, I need to catch up on this. I'm quite a few issues behind, but I'm gonna get caught up. Aw, Jim Shooter. Everyone's dying. I like when they have the little memorials to people in the comics. Also, if you're not reading Ultimate X-Men, what are you doing? What are you doing? Even if you just buy it like me and wait and then you can binge it all. The art is so good. The art is so good, guys. So that's my thoughts on Ultimate. You don't care for the Ultimate X-Men art. Oh, I love the Ultimate X-Men art. Looks like X-Babies? I don't think it looks like X-Babies. X-Babies is pretty different, I would say, but...
Scotty Young, baby.
Yeah, X-Babies is Scotty Young. Scotty Young's art I don't think looks like Momoko's art to me, but to each their own. I love Momoko's art. Like...
Oh, you turned
This looks like... What? I did. Sorry, you can turn it back on. I just didn't want to have an echo.
Oh, I just wanted to say.
Goodbye? You can. You didn't have to leave. I wasn't trying to kick you out. A manga version. Scotty Young, I think, is the person that did X-Babies.
He does indeed do X-Babies.
Pardon?
He does indeed do X-Babies.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know if you're talking about when, like, Mojo turned everyone into babies.
Okay, everyone.
This doesn't look like Scotty Young to me, personally.
It's been swell, but I gotta run. I will
don't have to talk that close into it.
I will be back eventually, but not right now because I need to go pick up something that is required for later.
PlayStation. He needs to pick up PlayStation.
To play Marvel Tokon
so we can
on
play
stream.
some Marvel Tokon on stream tonight.
Yeah.
So come back tonight,
All right,
is what
everybody.
Duck is saying. For his return. His glorious return. Where we'll play some Tokon together. Which should be really fun.
Put on my things. Peace.
Yeah, Duck, get yourself a snack. I agree with that.
Snack?
Snack time. Get me a snack while you're at it. So I'll have some snack.
I'm all the snack I need.
I stopped keeping up with modern comics like a year ago. I think I got Ultimate X-Men 1 through 4 and never touched them. I should see if I like it sometime. Yeah, Jack, you should give it a read and see if you like it. Thank you for the snack.
For the snack.
Did you have a snack?
I did have snack.
Good.
Okay, goodbye, everyone.
All right, bye, Duck.
See you later.
Good luck with the PlayStation. Do you need anything?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, see you in a bit. And now it's just me, everyone. Now you're stuck with me. Not as exciting, I know. That's all the comics, though. That's what we got. I I am very excited to catch up with Ultimate X-Men. Totally cool if it's not everybody's cup of tea, though. Peach Momoko is very stylized, so I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and I respect that. I love Peach Momoko personally, though, and I would say if you haven't checked it out yet, definitely check it out and see if you like it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you guys are left with me. Sorry. Locke says, no more duck. I'm out. Yeah. All of my views just drop. It's like 2 people left in the room. But Amanda, we love you. No, well, thanks, Rabala. I love you guys too. It is mutual. Yeah. So anyways, that's where I stand on Peach Momoko. I love her, but she is maybe not for everybody, which I get. So we've gone through all the comics. Do we want to talk about Peacemaker? Is that cornbread? No, it is a little cinnamon roll, a little 2-bite cinnamon roll. You're dropping the majority of the Marvel stuff that you get. Oh, that is the end of an era, sigh. But you know what? I kind of feel you right now. It's like, honestly, I just feel like DC has more stuff that I'm interested in right now. Now just me and some cinnamon buns. That's right, Sugar Skulls. Jamie, I've done that before. I did a reading week in November where we just read comic books on stream and chilled. It was like a co-working stream, but I was just reading books. There is a duck store in the UK, I know. Because that's where I got my duck. Not that duck, but this, my Sonic duck. Who is very frightening, I think. And I love him very much. Little Sonic duck. So you can get a duck at the duck store. I haven't been happy with them for a while now and not getting as excited for new stuff. It's reaching a tipping point. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, we were talking about that before the stream, and like, even though, you know, I will always love Marvel for so many reasons. There are so many stories that they've given me over the years that I've really, really loved and really enjoyed. But lately, I just haven't really been gelling as much with my Marvel comics as I have with some of my other stuff, my indie stuff and my DC stuff. So even though I will always love Marvel, you know, that is a thing. I agree. Are you heading out, Peter? Thank you so much for hanging out if you're heading out. I understand. Duck is gone and you're like, now I need to go. I dropped Marvel in 2001 and just never fully came back. The last Marvel I got was Alpha Flight Trade from last year. I'm waiting to get the next one. Right? 2001 is a long time ago. I would say I feel like we've done some pretty good stories since 2001, but I think right now it's just kind of like, I just feel like nothing feels as creative as I would like it to feel. I feel like we're not taking as many risks or challenging ourselves over at Marvel in the same way that maybe DC has been lately. The constant events is tiring, and I feel it's been preventing individual titles from telling a consistent story. I agree, Sai. Events can trip up stories, and there's definitely better integrations than some. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But when you constantly have events happening, and like at different scales, so there's like X-Men events and like global events and like the Avengers event. It's like sometimes there's multiple events happening at the same time. I think this moment actually might be one of those moments. Although I like what they're doing with Imperial. It's hard because I can understand that events can feel really fun and really build an exciting story. So on one hand, I like an event, but also if we're doing them all the time, then the impact of them, you kind of lose the impact. So yeah, thanks for lurking, Evil Webline. Hello, welcome in. Thank you for the hydrate. Cheers. Yes. And I mean, not all the time, like I said. I think Ultimate X-Men is actually one of the few comics that has still been quite creative because it is doing something that feels very different from everything else that we're getting right now. Primarily because of Momoko's like influence on that book. And I think just she has like such a different vision that she brings to Marvel that is not something that we have anywhere else. But like apart from that, I don't know if we really have anything that feels really fresh in the same way. Yeah. Yeah, burnt out. Yeah. New writer and artist really makes a difference. Yeah, it can. I think that we've also been changing a lot of teams though, and even then over at the Marvel side, it's kind of just like, I also feel like a lot of teams come in and they're more serving the purpose of editorial than they're really getting to creatively tell their own stories. So that's also upsetting. Constant canceling and restarting titles right after is also so tiring. I agree, Sai. Although this is like tiring in general with comics because it's kind of more of a universal issue. But DC definitely does it less. I mean, we have some comics there. I was looking at Ivy the other day on the wall, and I think we're in like the 30s right now for Poison Ivy. So that comic's just been going. And I mean, like, Batman, we just renumbered to 1. We were like way up there for Batman, over 100 issues. So it being 1 again, it's like, you know, we've kind of earned that new 1. I think Nightwing has been going forever. Nightwing is super long. Catwoman is super long for ongoing. And it's like you can change the team up and not have to go back to 1. Aw, thanks, Peter. I appreciate it. He can definitely carry his own, unlike maybe Jim Gordon. You know, Jim Gordon might need a little bit of support. Jim's good in a pinch on certain situations. Burned, burnt. Both past tense for burn, is that right? I think I would say burnt with a T, but I think burned ED. I think that's like, I don't know, burned. I was burned. It is definitely also past. So I think both of them work. What do you think of the Dracula film coming out? The Dracula film coming out. There's a new Dracula film? I have not seen this. Did it already come out in July? Is it Dracula a Love Tale? What's the full title of it? I'm not sure if that's the correct one. Casada really broke you for a few years? What, in terms of like that era of Marvel, you mean? Whoa, Curly Insane Guy, thank you so much for raiding in. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, everybody. My name is Amanda. You can also call me Vamp. I am a variety streamer. Today we're talking comics, but we also play games over here. We also play board games. We do cosplay. We build Lego sets. We bake sometimes. We do ASMR sometimes. I'm gonna have an ASMR stream coming up. Sometimes we co-work over here. So we do a range of things, but today we are talking comics. So before I go, the one thing that we haven't talked about yet that I'd love to talk to you about is Peacemaker. And I'd love to hear if anybody else is watching Peacemaker and kind of what your thoughts are. We can try to keep it somewhat spoiler free for people that haven't watched. Who hasn't watched? Who would like me to avoid spoilers? Make yourselves known in the chat. If you want to hang out and you want us to avoid spoilers, we can. But where is everyone at? I'm doing a room temp. I'm doing a temperature track here. And also, a Curly Insane Guy, thank you so much for trusting me with your community. How was your stream? What were you streaming? I'm gonna check it out. Let me go over here. Let's see. Ooh, doing some tabletop RPG chats. Oh wait, sorry, that's the ads that'll be playing because your VOD, I think, is playing. Nice. I hope you had a good stream. TTRPG chats are always good. What tabletop RPGs were you talking about? Talking about some of the Dungeons and Dragons stuff, because there's like a lot of new stuff that's going to be happening, and some old stuff coming back over in D&D, which I think is interesting. Talking about TARPs. It was a good time. Love it. Love it. Love it. Awesome. Yeah, TTRPGs. We should call them TARPs for short, though, because I just feel like that's a satisfying word to say. TARPs. Been talking superhero games mostly. Oh, nice, nice. I think the last superhero game, well, actually, this probably isn't true, but one of my favorite superhero games that I've played, I'll say that as a TTRPG, is Masks, which I really liked. That game is really fun. What superhero TTRPGs were you talking about? Curly was talking about the Sentinel Comics superhero TTRPG. Oh, interesting. Sentinel Comics TTRPG. I need to check that out. I love a good superhero RPG. Yo, this art looks sick. And the book is very affordable. That's cool. So, do they also do comics, Sentinel Comics? Or is it like Sentinel Comics is just the name of the RPG? And that's like the world that we're existing in. That is its own world. That's really cool. Also, if you need to go do any post-stream stuff, please go. Take care of yourself and do those things. But know that I really appreciate the raid and thank you so much. But if you do need to raid and fade, I totally understand. Because we've all been there. Tarps. Yeah, I like it. I'm a big fan of Heroes Unlimited, says Lumix. Heroes Unlimited? Heroes Unlimited. I don't think I've played that one. Yeah, I haven't played Heroes Unlimited. That's cool. Came out in the 80s. I'm learning about so many cool superhero RPGs to play. Always fun. You know what I still need to play too? My Avatar RPG. Did you do something? Did Automod get you? I think you're good, Edekaye, but thank you so much for saying sorry for... I don't know. I don't think you did anything wrong. I don't think you need to apologize. I think you're good. Is Dracula part of the Masquerade universe? Like BTM? World of Darkness? I don't know if Dracula exists as a character, but I'm not like as in-depth knowledge on all of the Vampire the Masquerade and World of Darkness stuff. Like I haven't read the books, but I don't know. Where are my VTM people at in chat? I know I got some people here that are pretty big on World of Darkness. Yep, I think that's it. My issue is it looks like it nicked of the 90s Dracula film with Nina being reincarnated. Yeah, I feel like it kind of looks cheap on the surface, just from what I looked from the posters, but I haven't heard about it, so I'd have to check it out. I think it might be a French release. Not to knock French films, not what I'm trying to do here, but just clarifying. I think that's what it is. And I also am not sure how I feel about Dracula being like a super romantic story. I think there can be romance in the story, but I think when that's the focus of the story, it can work. It really depends. It really depends. And sometimes I feel like it can be kind of cheesy. Though, is he going heavy on Victor replacing God thing? I'm looking forward to Guillermo's Frankenstein film, though. He is going heavy on Victor replacing God thing. Victor replacing God thing in Frankenstein, Time Lord guy? Quesada made some questionable decisions, and it just made me not read Marvel. Like, it wasn't the fans that hated Spider-Man being married, it was him. But I get that there were plot threads that will never happen. Yeah, I feel like the whole splitting up the marriage thing is a lot of people that were involved in that decision, and it was a choice that we made. However, I feel like we do sometimes, when we're talking about the marriage, and I want the marriage to come back too, but a lot of people do like to bring up the fact, which I think is interesting, that like Peter and MJ's marriage, like, was it really a good marriage? Is it really worth saving? Because they did have a lot of problems. However, I think what I like about that relationship is that there are problems. So I definitely know some fans who have argued kind of for the opposite side of it. So I don't think everyone loved the marriage, but I don't think that that's the real reason that we got rid of it, you know? Or like if it is, it's like we thought a lot of fans hated it, but like what was the pool that we took from? Who was in the poll, you know? So it's interesting for sure. And that did happen, yeah, during the Quesada era. So, you know, it was allowed. Dracula Vlad was never mentioned in Masquerade continuity as far as I know, says Locke. Okay, cool. So no in-canon Dracula exists in VTM as far as we know. From folks that actually, like Locke probably knows more about VTM than I do. All the French people leave the chat. No. French people, you are welcome. Everyone is welcome. But I'm just saying, I think the movie released in France. So maybe that's why I didn't hear about it, because it's a foreign film, you know? I don't know if we had a theatrical release of it here, because I feel like I would have been there day one for anything Dracula. So maybe I'll check it out. Oh, Lumix said, I shared the info on Dracula and VTM in the Discord. Oh, thanks, Lumix. Interesting. Okay, but Peacemaker. Let's talk about Peacemaker. I didn't see anyone saying no spoilers, so hopefully I didn't miss anything there, but trying to keep up with the chat. Lumix, you're not old. You're good. Because you like Heroes Unlimited? I don't think that makes you old. It only came out in the 80s. That's not that old. 80s wasn't that long ago, was it? Oh gosh. Are we all old? What's happened to us? I don't think that's that old. Thanks for keeping me company while I deal with a tiny migraine and stomach ache. Oh, all good, Cherry. If you're not feeling well, just operate at whatever levels you would like. Thank you for the highlighted comment, and you're all good. Appreciate you being here and appreciate you chilling with us. Let me look in the Discord. Maybe Amanda Games? No. Maybe General? Ah, there it is. General. Let's see. Ah, okay. So he does exist, apparently, in VTM. It seems like, according to the White Wolf wiki, he does exist. And he has been involved in machinations, manipulations? You put it in general. No, that's fine. I figured general was also a good spot. I was just trying to be like, where would we put this? General is always a good place. I should always look at general first, to be honest with you. Yeah, the 80s were a while ago. They weren't that long ago. The 80s? Like 40 years ago? It's not that long ago. The marriage was worth Mayday Parker. I know. Well, also just like, you know, May's got to die at some point. She's an old woman. Can't keep her alive forever. Or, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we can. Maybe we can keep her alive forever. That's clearly what we're trying to do here. Am I interested in watching the new Conjuring movie? I haven't watched any of the... well, I've only watched a few of the Conjuring movies. So I haven't watched all of them. But, maybe. Have you watched it, Marvel Man? Did you watch it? What'd you think? 34 years ago? 34 years ago? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I can't math. Lieutenant chat. General chat. I like that, Curly Insane guy. We do need a lieutenant chat. I have Time Lord Guy. I did a reaction for it on my channel. All right, so Peacemaker. I watched it last night, and I really liked it. I personally think episode 3 is better than the previous 2 episodes that we've gotten. I think it's ramping up really well, and there was a huge reveal at the beginning of the episode that I won't say because I'm going to keep it spoiler-free. Because I don't know. No one said anything about spoilers, but if y'all want to talk spoilers, let me know. But I'll keep it spoiler-free for this moment. And it was crazy. It was crazy. And then I watched the podcast after, and I found out that this reveal is something we were planning the whole time. Otto said spoilers are fine for me. All right. Edakaya says, I haven't watched it yet. Okay. All right. We'll keep it spoiler free then. But all I'll say is that there's something big that happens like literally at the beginning. You'll see when you watch. And I was like, what? And then I found out like apparently this was something they knew about like forever ago. And I loved it. I also have to say that watching Peacemaker has made me want to go back and rewatch The Suicide Squad, which I've already watched many times, but I own it on Amazon. So maybe I'll go back and watch it. And I was thinking maybe we would do the Suicide Squad watch party for anyone that wants to rewatch with me. Maybe we'll try to unlock that this month because I think that would be fun. Everyone mute your computers. Okay, Amanda, go. Oh no, I'm not going to talk. I'll just keep the spoilers. We can talk without going into spoilers. I think it's possible. I will be doing a review and I will be going into spoilers in my review. So if you guys would like to spoiler chat with me in the comments over there, we'll save the spoilers for the review. Thank you, Marvel Man. I like my WandaVision shirt. I like it. It's a cute little crop top that I got from Hot Topic back in the day when the show was, you know, first fresh and new. It was very exciting. Yeah, Otto, did you not like The Suicide Squad? James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. I also hope Ratcatcher comes back one day. Ratcatcher was a great character. All of the characters are really fun in it. A Polka Dot Man. I mean, you know, Polka Dot Man can't, but if they could. Or, well, actually, I guess probably we could meet siblings of Polka Dot Man. Hot Topic, tell us more. Well, I got it from Hot Topic many years ago. Or many years ago? I guess maybe not that long ago. A few years ago. When WandaVision was on television, it was part of a campaign that I did with them. And if you like the idea of, you know, shopping at Hot Topic and you like some of the things that I wear, you can shop my closet at this link, which I will put in chat for you guys. That's my Hot Topic link. I'm a Hot Topic partner. And so when you buy anything off of my, full disclosure, when you buy anything off of my page, I get a little commission. I just get like a little like thanks for shopping. So if there's ever anything you see there that you like, I also want to add a page that is like sort of like my male self or like men's clothing. Although some of the clothing that I wear is unisex, so some of it like anyone could wear it. But I do want to make a page just for that because they have a lot of great men's wardrobe too, which obviously I don't put on my specific, but I could make a second page where I could put some men's clothing that I would recommend that I think is really cool because they do have a lot of cool looks. I get a piece. Yeah, if you get anything, then I get a piece. So if you ever are feeling like you want to shop at a Hot Topic and if there's anything that I've worn that you want, if you guys check it out through my link, then it just helps me out a little bit. Let's get TDK back so he can fight Green Lantern. Oh my goodness. Critter Nation, that would be crazy. I would love that. You know, we could. You picked up that prompt perfectly. Thank you, Lumix. Thank you for dropping the prompt. And thank you for also, you know, thank you as well to Marvel Man for noticing my shirt. I appreciate you guys. I like this shirt. It is a cute one. I didn't really know what to pair it with though today because the only thing is that it's really cute, but it's kind of like an awkward like length crop top. So I never know because I'm like, I could tighten it, but then it kind of ruins the faces if I tighten it. And if it's loose, it's just kind of not, I wish it was a little bit more cropped, like maybe here. If I could cut this, I could modify it. Thought about it before. Just don't want to ruin the shirt because it's also like limited edition now, you know? We're not going to get any new WandaVision merch anytime soon. I got to preserve this. Just cut it, says Critter Nation. Just cut it? Maybe I will one day when I'm feeling brave. I do usually cut my crop tops myself. No Peacemaker in the UK. Oh no, is it because of HBO? Because That's the thing. Like, we don't get HBO Max, so I have to watch mine on Crave. Because HBO Max isn't, I wouldn't say that it's because of the violence, Corey. I don't think it's, like, banned in the UK. It's probably just because, like, HBO Max isn't a universal streaming service, so it isn't a global streaming service. It's, like, really niche. It's, like, basically just in the States, I think. You can't get that Sue Storm exercise suit. It's sold out, I think, right now, so they're out of stock. Yeah, it was there, but I think it's out of stock right now. So anything that's out of stock, unfortunately, is just like, I had pants that I wore in one of my videos, and those pants are out of stock. And also the fruits, I think, the little one-piece fruits are out of stock right now. I just get things that are really popular. So if you see something, if I do a video and you like whatever's in the video, I would say maybe go sooner to get it, because I just happen to pick a lot of things that get sold out. I don't know. It's sad because I want other people to be able to get it. But then on the other hand, I'm like, does that mean I have good taste? Maybe. Or popular taste. Maybe not good taste, but maybe popular taste. Yeah, maybe it'll come back in stock. They tell me when things go out of stock, and then they're like, you can remove this from your list. I'm like, well, what if it comes back in stock? Will you put it back on my list? Because on my, like, page, because I want people to be able to see it and get it, because it's cool. That's why I picked it. That's why I wanted the suit. Because when I apply for the campaigns with them, I get to choose what I want. So there'll be like a collection sometimes and you get to choose, or I get to select stuff off the site. So it's all stuff that I have personally chosen for my closet. I do have good taste. Oh, thank you, Marvel Man. I try. A true trendsetter. Yeah, not even like trying to be just like a weird, convenient thing that is happening. Yeah, I don't think we have HBO. Could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know. But I know in Canada we don't have HBO, so... I mean, we do. We have HBO through Crave. You have to get Crave to get HBO, which is a little annoying, to be honest with you. So going back to Peacemaker, I think the other thing that I love about this latest episode is that it just has everything that I've wanted for all, like, elements of the show. Like, just there's the action in this episode. There's a lot of great action. There's a lot of humor. There's a lot of emotional stuff that happens. It's covering the spectrum. And I think that the character work that we're seeing in this season even supersedes the character work that we've already, that we had in season 1. I just feel like there's so much more going on with these characters, and there's so many layers to all of them. And it is kind of interesting, the different style that is being brought to season 2, because season 1 was more of like sci-fi horror, and season 2 is more like, I don't know, like kind of questioning who you are in your life and what you want, and like a bit fantastical, like kind of fantasy. There's a little bit of like a philosophical sense to it. There's just a lot going on. It's freaky in a different way. Dang, HBO Max really ain't that great, but worth it for the few shows it has. Yeah, so we don't have HBO Max. We get Crave in Canada, and Crave for me is, actually they're raising their prices, so I'm probably not going to do a yearly subscription next year. I think I'm probably going to switch to monthly and just go there when they have stuff that I want to check out, because I think they're upping it so that it'll be almost $200 a year for the prices. Crave year subscription. Let me see if it tells me the plans. So if you want it without ads, you have to pay $22 a month to get it ad-free. Other than that, the other two packages, it's $11.99 a month with ads, $14.99 a month with ads. But that's $14.99 is where you get the 4K quality, and you can have up to 4 streams. And with $11.99, you only get 2 streams in 1080p. And then if you want the premium, you get 4 streams up to 4K quality. You can download offline. Oh, wow, the other two don't even come with offline downloads. That is so disappointing. Live channels, and you get it ad-free, but you got to pay $22 a month plus tax. And for annual, they're upping that to, it'll be $220 a year now for premium, which I'm not going to pay for, because that is criminal, I think, to charge people that much for one streaming service. Like, I understand Crave has a lot of things, and that's where all the HBO content is. And HBO is great. They put a lot of work in. Jagron, thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate you. But that is too much money. Peacemaker is great, but I can't spend $220 a year for that. Jagron, welcome in. How was your trip? You got back from like a long trip or like a shorter trip? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Edekaye says, compare the intros. So this season's intro, I mean, I don't think anything was going to beat season 1 intro because none of us were expecting that intro. So it was just so like surprising, and that's part of what makes it so delightful. But of course, with this intro, I was going in with a lot of expectation. And I think each time I watch the intro, I like it more and more and more. There's so many little details in this choreo, but the choreo is just as ridiculous as season 1. And I actually kind of love the ending to this one more in terms of the final pose for the season 2 intro, like just how everybody kind of is in this cuddle puddle at the end. It feels very connected to what is happening in this season. Disney Plus was 120 Canadian for the year. Yeah, I mean, like $100 for a year, I think is still overpriced for things, but it's at least a number that I'm like, okay, like 100 a year, like maybe I could do that. You're splitting it up by months. You're like, that's not too crazy. But I personally think most streaming services should not be over $80 a year. I think if you're doing a yearly bundle, you should get a discount. And I think all of them should be around $80 a year. If you're getting $80 from like each household that's watching, like that is really good money. And even if people happen to be sharing it between households, like between like, let's say 2 households are sharing it, that's still good money that you are making. You still make a ton of money. Lumix, you just watched the first 3 minutes on episode 3. You know what I'm talking about. We'll keep it spoiler free, but you know what I'm talking about. Oh, it's on Sky in the UK. Okay. Sky is too expensive. How much is the Sky subscription in the UK? In pounds? Now I gotta watch. I was going to wait for a couple episodes of Peacemaker. I would say this is a really good time actually to jump in, Corey, because I'd say the first 2 episodes, they're not slow by any means. Like some people have been saying like, oh, finally the show is back. I'm like, the show was back with episode 1, in my opinion. Episode 1 was good. Episode 2 was great. And this episode was crazy. Episode 3. So it's just going up. And I think we're kind of at the point where we're really starting to ramp. Critter Nation said, I heard Sky is really good though. Good, but expensive. That's the thing. It's like Crave is really good. There's a lot of stuff on there I like to watch. It's just $220 a year is like insanely expensive. I'll just sub for a couple months in the year and spend like, you know, 20 or 60 bucks. And I can do it with ads if I want. I'll just wait and I'll just binge stuff. Can I ask a question about Peacemaker? Is he sort of an anti-hero because he was sort of a villain in that original film? Peacemaker, I would say it's complicated. I would say he's an anti-hero in the sense that he's willing to do anything to get peace at all costs. So he goes to extremes, which makes him kind of an anti-hero. But no, he was never a villain. He's never had villainous intentions. He's never done anything because he's trying to hurt anyone or you know, get even with somebody. That's not usually Peacemaker's way. He's doing all of it because he believes it's good. Just Chris is he's got a lot of trauma in his past, and he's kind of a misguided guy in the DCU version. Obviously, the DCU, we've taken Peacemaker and we've kind of changed him from the comic book version somewhat, but there are still some things from the comics that they also took and like built upon. There is a lot of inspiration that comes from the comics too. So that's something interesting about him. I really thought he was a villain too. No, I wouldn't say the Peacemaker is a villain. I would say that he's always had the intention of being a hero. However, he does kill people. So that's pretty villainous to some people. He's got a lot of trauma in his pants. Yeah, I don't think he's, well, in his tighty whities, maybe. I would say he has more trauma in his past, especially connected to his family, and we're dealing with a lot of that in season 2. We already dealt with some of it in season 1, but this is like really unpacking Chris's trauma in a way that is freaky. He's a villain the way Punisher is a villain. Sort of. Yeah, you could say that. I would say he's more misguided than Punisher in some ways. But yeah. Okay, and did he die and was brought back because he died in the original? Are you talking about in the Suicide Squad? Yeah, so the Suicide Squad ends with him. If you watch the post credits, it ends with him, I think, in the hospital. And he's like basically being held together on life support or whatever. They have him in the ICU. And so he recovers from that and then he's back. Well, he's released. He's supposed to be in prison. I mean, obviously they took him out of prison for the Suicide Squad. He was in prison. But is he a villain? I would say just in terms of his alignment and his views on the world. He does what he does for good reasons. He believes they're good reasons. So, yeah, I don't know. Montreal, welcome in. How's it going? With tree trunks for legs. Oh my goodness. Peacemaker is, yes, a man with tree trunks for legs. This is true. Right. Yeah, you mean like in the comics have more people fought against Peacemaker than he's, yeah, that there could be something to that. I would definitely say like more in modern comics, especially. Like, I mean, there's the Peacemakers and Absolute Superman and they're villains. But I think Chris in this show, he has acted as a villain? I mean, he was working on the behest of Amanda Waller. So, you know, I think maybe your viewpoints on Amanda Waller would also lend to how you feel about Peacemaker, whether or not you see him as a villain. Amanda Waller is pretty villainous, I would say. However, even she has reasons for why she does what she does. So when they were in Corto Maltese in the Suicide Squad, Peacemaker was following his orders. And, you know, Rick Flag Jr. was not following orders. He was going against orders. So it depends on how you view, you know, those two sentiments. I would say that Peacemaker, it's more complicated. I think that's the thing I like about the way James Gunn approaches a lot of characters, is that it's more complicated than anyone really being a hero or a villain. It's kind of like they're just people. A lot of his stuff, even though it can be really like comic book and superhero-y, in many ways feels grounded because he's trying to bring somewhat of a realistic approach to often ridiculous situations and trying to find a way to ground it, I think, with his writing and with his approach to direction. Although these last 2 episodes of Peacemaker were actually directed by Greg Mottola, I believe. Did I say his name right? Greg Mottola? Greg Mottola, yeah. Viola Davis is great as Amanda Waller. But, you know, that's the thing. I feel like Viola Davis brings a lot of complexity to Amanda Waller, too. It's like, you can understand Amanda Waller. It doesn't mean that you always agree with Amanda Waller. But I understand why she does what she does. And I think that she believes, you know, she's doing it for a good reason. Lomic said Peacemaker was in Blackgate for good reason. I mean, I think a lot of people end up in Blackgate for specific reasons. Yeah. Also, though, Peacemaker has a lot of stuff with his dad, and I think we have to also get into, like, you know, how much of his actions are because of his upbringing, Not that that makes an excuse for anything that he's done. He still has to own that. But I just mean, I think that Chris has been... I think he's been through a lot. And I think he is trying to do his best. But there's a lot of stuff he has to unpack. And he's working on it. And I think he is becoming a better person as time has gone on. He's become a better and better person throughout season 1. And now in season 2, we're really starting to see the changes take hold. To the point that he's becoming the guy that sees other people and says, like, let me help you because I was there. I was in that spot. And I know what it's like to hurt. Amanda Waller works in her best interests, aka typically what's best for the USA, I believe, which isn't always the USA's best interests. That's true, Montreal. That is true. She does what she does because she believes it's for the best. But is it? I didn't see the end credits. Yeah, I think it's in the post credits that he's in the hospital. So they didn't necessarily bring him back for the dead, but kind of. James Gunn has said in the podcast when they're talking about Peacemaker that the original intention for the script was that Peacemaker was going to die, but he loved John Cena so much and working with John Cena that that's what the Peacemaker show was built off of, was just the fact that John Cena was so great on set and he had such a great time with him that he wanted to do more with Peacemaker. So they brought him back at the end of the movie. But the original plan in his script was for Peacemaker to just die. Is he sort of like a comedy version of a nationalist American? Yes and no, because it depends on what your viewpoint would be of what that looks like, I guess. In some ways, yeah. In some ways. And in other ways, he's kind of his own thing, I would say. But there are elements of that, I think. Hey, Samantha, welcome in. Thanks so much for being a member. Must have missed the post-credit scene. Yeah, they show him in the hospital. The post-credits for the Suicide Squad. So you see that Weasel is alive, and the second reveals that Peacemaker is alive. So we know that Weasel and Peacemaker are both still around. And then Weasel obviously was in Creature Commandos. So I thought he was basically what Cena described as an a-hole Captain America. Well, there you go. That's from John. If that's from John Cena, then I would say that answers that question. In terms of Cena's outlook on the character. And he plays the character, so his outlook's pretty important, I'd say. Ooh, I love the idea of piling pillows high and just leaning into them. If you have a lot of pillows, Cherry, that could be comfy. Anyways, friends, I think we're going to end it there for today. Sadly, we did not make our goal, so we will not be playing a game today, but we will be playing some Tokon later tonight. I'll come back for a second stream, and we will be coming back on Saturday to do some ASMR, and Sunday to do some co-working, and Monday we're going to be playing more Midnight Suns. So we will have a lot going on, but I think I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me and for all the support. I hope you guys enjoyed chatting comics and chatting Peacemaker. A lot of exciting things going on, and I can't wait to get caught up on some of these as well, especially Ultimate X-Men. One day, watch the show called Misfits. Oh, yeah. I've heard about Misfits. It's the closest we ever got to our British superhero show. I've heard good things about Misfits. And I feel like I've seen it promoted. Also, there's some great cast members in that show. So I got to check it out at some point. Black Phoenix, thank you so much for being here. And thank you for being a member as well. I appreciate you. I'm sorry I didn't say hello earlier. I saw you come in and then I was like in my thing. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Is there an E3 YouTube yet, Amanda? An E3 YouTube? Like E3 videos? Or are you saying, like, have I done an E3 video yet? Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with me. I hope you guys had a good time. We'll do a little credits, and let me see if I can find someone cool for us to raid into. And then I'm actually going to go off and film my episode 3 reaction. Oh, we can raid into Jen. Let's raid into Jen. Let's do that. Jen is doing some art right now, so we can raid in there. I'm going to play my credits for you guys to say thank you to all the beautiful people that supported the stream. I do have Marvel Rivals downloaded as well, so we'll probably play some more Marvel Rivals soon. Just not on this Marvel Mer Day, but probably next Marvel Mer Day. I'll try to get back into some Rivals because the new season will be dropping and I want to check it out. Thank you so much to all these lovely subs that we got over on the YouTube side, our subs over on the Twitch side. Thank you so much, Duncan Mallory, Chris, Renell, Locke, Sugar Skulls, our cheers from Renell, our mods, Rapala, and all of the bots and Locke. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And our super chats from Jarrell. Thank you for the super chat, Jarrell. Appreciate all of you that supported the stream. Thanks for being your lovely selves and sharing your lovely self with me. It has been a freaking delight. Let me put the raid messages in before it sends. And I'll say to everyone, yeah, come back soon. I'll have a Peacemaker video up for you guys as well on YouTube if anyone wants to check that out. Stay nerdy and see you guys later tonight for Tokon and tomorrow for some ASMR, hopefully. Come join me for some ASMR. Should be fun. I'm going to try to use a, what do you call that? A mixer. I'm going to see if I can get my mixer actually properly set up. Maybe we can play with Echo. Please let my cable work. All right. Stay nerdy, everyone. Bye. All right, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much to everybody that's still here with me on YouTube. You all rock. And thank you to anyone that's still here with me on Twitch or is watching the VOD and you made it this far. You're the real MVP. All right.